Dayo and Tola. Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
A beautiful Saturday morning to you from wherever you're listening across the world. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM, and it's time for Conversation with Dayo and Tola, the Saturday edition, the very last edition for this week. It's a wonderful time to be here with you, and it's the 18th day of the 7th month, the month of July 2020. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
And I'm Tola Teriba. Good morning.
Good morning, welcome from wherever you're listening. This is a radio network program coming to you live from the stables of Oluyole 98.5 FM, right out of our Ilia Kede Orita Basharon studios, right here in Ibadan. We're also broadcasting live on our sister stations, Agilete 92.1 FM, Okyogun 96.3 FM. So wherever you are joining us, thank you for making it a date with us once again. It's the final edition, again, like I said, for the week. For our online audience, wonderful, ever interactive online audience, thank you so much for joining us again on Facebook this morning. Facebook.com/Oluyole98.5 FM. That's the page. We're live streaming audio visual right now as we speak. Also on Twitter at Oluyole FM. Just check us out on the search bars of those social media platforms. We are streaming live right now on Facebook and Twitter. Our website remains www.bcus.tv/listen. Type that on your mobile phone, on your tablet, on your PC. You can listen to us right now. www.bcus.tv/listen. We're also streaming audio live on that platform. For everyone who might just, okay, some people might prefer the online radio platform, that's mixler.com. We're live, mixler.com/Oluyole FM. We are also live right there. In due course, we'll open the phone lines for you, our distinguished listeners, to join the conversation from wherever you are. So thank you for making it a date again. And of course, for those who already know the phone line, we'll read it out in due course. Today, the 18th of July, is Nelson Mandela International Day. Nelson Mandela International Day is day set aside to celebrate Madiba himself. Nelson Mandela International Day is an annual international day in honor of Nelson Mandela, celebrated each year on 18th July. That's Mandela's birthday, actually. So the day was officially declared by United Nations on November 2009, with the first UN Mandela Day held on 18th July 2010. So today, 18th July, Nelson Mandela International Day.
One of the very few African leaders that wrote his name in gold.
I mean, it was different.
Yeah, I know one thing that always stands out for me in his life, and that always baffles me anyway. Let me use that word. The fact that he was willing to spend 27 years of his life in prison for what he believed in, for the sake of his people.
That's why I said it's just different. And only for him to come out and spend one term. He could have done 10 times. I mean, people will say, no, you deserve it. After spending 27 years in prison, if he wants to perpetuate himself in government, he could have. I mean, everybody would have agreed that, no, you deserve it. But no, he didn't. He spent his one term and, see, I'm good. That's why, I mean, will we ever have politicians like that again?
And some people have raised the question, was he really an African?
Really?
Maybe was it African, maybe he just had black skin, because what he did was quite un-African, quite unlike African leaders.
You're right. Very right. All right, so we'll go to the newspapers. This is one program where we give you newspaper review, top-notch analysis. Of course, we allow you wonderful guests to just come into the studio via the phone line or the social media platform, our feedback channel. Let's know your opinion in due course. So we'll go straight to the papers. I have Punch newspaper right here.
And I have a copy of the Saturday Tribune.
Akpabio hijacked NDDC forensic audit ordered by Buhari. Ex-MD Nunye.
And this one says 81.5 billion naira probe. Reps summon Akpabio, NDDC acting MD again. Now, NDD paid billions for unexecuted contracts, says witnesses. Page 4 of the Saturday Tribune.
Nigerian Air Force opens investigation into Arotile's death. 2 suspects held. Better.
Our late flying officer Arotile, shown in South Africa, Italy, says the Air Force chief. A burial fixed for July 23. ACF ministers orders react. Page 4 of the Saturday Tribune.
Well, okay. All right. National Assembly Commission replaces clerk Sani Omaluri. Orders.
And banner headline of the Saturday Tribune this morning: How Magu avoided rearrest, security guards withdrawn, reinstated. Only EFCC secretary on suspension, says source. Page 3 of the Saturday Tribune.
Court summons Malami Emefiele orders over National Theatre handover.
And this one says federal government WAEC agreed to shift WASE date. Page 3 of the Saturday Tribune.
And we have on COVID-19, Umahi suspends 5 aides for not wearing face masks. It's better to be safe than sorry.
And 200 nurses down with COVID-19 in FCT. That's on page 3 of the Saturday Tribune. And we've revamped healthcare delivery in Osun State, says government. Some trumpet blowing there.
Yeah. And I like that lizard that fell.
From the word.
If you don't praise me, I'll praise myself. Nigeria, 24 countries to face hunger in coming months. United Nations report.
Wow. That doesn't sound good.
Well, if you look at inflation rate at 12.56 this month, you know that it's coming. You have to prepare your trap very well. This is not the time to spend anyhow.
And I was shocked and saddened at the same time at this very, very ridiculous headline. I was paid 500 naira for every person I killed. Suspected Ibadan serial killer. It took
20-year-old guy.
20-year-old.
And he was killing people, and we're paying him 500
for 500 naira. And it took lives for 500 naira.
I think the main arrest is not this boy. It's those people who were paying him 500
sponsors.
Until we get them, then we are not ready, because they will get someone else.
They will find a replacement for him, definitely.
That's it. That's just it.
20 years, just 20. Such callousness, such wickedness.
Something else. Gridlock as tankers fall on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Oh, so for those who experienced it yesterday, that was what happened on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway out towards Lagos. Wow. And you have this COVID-19, early pregnancies, marriages, female dropouts looming, says NPC. All right. SSS
nabs 2 vet doctors for supplying army uniform to bandits. That's on page 3. I don't had vet doctors supplying army uniforms. If they were taking care of rustled animals now, it would have made more sense.
Yeah. On corruption, PDP raises concerns over integrity of Magu's probe. That's also on the Punch newspaper. You want to check it out? It's right there.
And National Theatre concessioning, well, the last has not been heard of that. Court summons CBN Malami Lai Mohammed over 1.26 trillion naira claim. I think, okay, took that story earlier on.
An appeal court orders removal of Akwa Ibom governor's name from 1.4 billion naira fraud case. You give him a clean bill of health? Okay.
And more from the crime scene. Ekiti government name shames 66-year-old rapist. Page 5 of the Saturday Tribune.
And well, this is from the entertainment scene. How I lost my memory when I got to USA. Dekunle Fuji. How did Trump wipe your memory? Was he Obama? Okay. For those who are interested in the guy, you know, you might just pick up. I can see, I can see Big Sam shaking his head. You know, he can connect to that story. You know, I lost my memory when I got to USA. Dekule Fuji talking right there. Okay, you can check that story on the Punch newspaper.
And well, there's something here. Features interview by the Bishop of Ibadan, North Diocese and Archbishop of Ibadan Province of the Anglican Communion Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Dr. Shegun Ogunbadejo. He says there why some Nigerians say they don't have a president. That's Archbishop Ogunbadejo. He says since 2015 we have been drifting as a country. It's a special interview with the bishop on Saturday Tribune this morning.
Bishop, they will say you have joined PDP. Okay, just my opinion anyway. All right. Factory worker kills mate over 13 million naira. Steals 2.2 million naira from accountant. Now they have caught you. So what's your gain? Really?
They won't be going anywhere.
If you need money, why not ask the guy if it's his money, if he can borrow you or something? You killed him, you stole 2.2. Now they have caught you. They will collect the money, you will go to prison. Really?
If he's not sentenced to death. Still coming from Saturday Tribune, page 27. 160 more Nigerian doctors set to leave Nigeria for UK, page 27 of the Saturday Tribune.
3 policemen chasing hoodlums drown in Oyo.
Wow. They chased them across the river or what?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Wish I knew. The 500 naira story is right here. I received 500 naira, not me. Food for killing 6 persons. Ibadan suspect.
FCT appeal tribunal upholds PDP councillors election. Well, that's somewhere in the FCT. Still on page 27 of the Saturday Tribune.
And we have troops kill kidnap kingpin, rescue 32 hostages in Benue. That story is right there also in the Punch newspaper. Ekiti, PDP crisis. Fayose backed Exco wins as court dismisses pro-Olujimi's suit. Some politics right there. Still in politics, governorship poll, few days to primary. Ondo APC still in turbulence. And we have APC lawmaker under fire for abusing Buhari.
You know this battle between Fayose and Olujimi for the soul of Ekiti. I know some people say that Olujimi is Fayose's nemesis, and some people say it's the other way around. Now, the two, but definitely, I think Olujimi is a formidable...
no doubt. No doubt.
Quite a formidable opponent to former Governor Fayose.
And I think she's even a senator. You know, Fayose is out of, but then it's not easy to be a 2-time governor. According to Dr. Oluyole Obasanjo, an average 2-time governor is equal to an emperor in Nigeria. Yes. I mean, they are as powerful as anybody can be in that particular state. And I think that's why you can still see Fayose still calling the shots in some place. Now his faction has won in court. You know, so they might just call the shots in that particular state as far as that party, their political party is concerned.
Don't forget Fayose is right now fighting on 2 fronts. The FCC issue is still there that he has to contend with.
The political structure is always hard to wrest from a 2-term governor. They would most likely have everybody that matters. You know, in their under their payroll and whatever. So, well, we wish them all the best. Senator Olujimi versus Fayose in Ekiti State, all the very best. I'm sure Fayemi is watching like a bat. All right. You know. Ondo primary aspirants don't dictate to party. Guess who said it? Yeah, Bello. Bros, don't go and do that thing on those states. Somebody should tell him. This ones, this dictator don't dictate thing. Oh, no politics. Wait here. You get as you somebody should give should give him an update about how things run in Ondo. Okay. Wish them all the best. Ondo primary aspirants don't dictate to party. Bello.
Now, some interesting and hilarious headlines coming from the divorce courts, the customary courts. My wife charges me money for sex, man tells court.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charges money for sex. He sleeps on the floor because we fought, says wife.
Maybe he didn't pay the bride price.
Okay, well,
he didn't
definitely
pay.
well due for the bride price.
He didn't pay. He probably didn't pay. So.
And this one says, my wife insisted she wasn't going to have children for me. Deserted me in London.
Yeah.
And she has water spirit, says she will kill me. That's another story. That's coming from the husband. And his fetish bathes deep in the night. He holds my head during sex, says strange things.
Okay.
That's coming from the woman.
You are still there. All right. Maybe when you start spewing dollars and pounds, you will understand what's going on. Let me take this last story from the political scene. Edo election, 35 parties collapse structure, support Obaseki. This is somehow. We had the National Commissioner on Voter Education from INEC a couple of days ago on BCSAM 120 TV program, and he confirmed that there are only 18 registered political parties in Nigeria. This will say 35 parties. This obsolete. They should have added obsolete parties. Those parties don't exist.
Well, since they actually know that they are for that action,
they are non-existent.
But it's strange the confidence they have in Obaseki. Why not the other man?
These ones need money. It's not Obaseki. These parties don't exist any longer. That's why I brought that statement from Barrister Festus Okoye. He said there are only 18 registered political parties in Nigeria today. All those 90-something or 80-something that we had in the 2019 elections, most of them have been deregistered. A good number of them have been deregistered. So all these 35 people, they want some things from Mr. Governor.
And they are the party that controls the state under contention, controls the money.
Exactly. So that's what is the money. It's all about the money. Let's go to the sports page of the newspapers today. The sports page of the Punch newspaper. Unpaid salaries. Our families are suffering. Laments Ilechuku.
Osimhen's new agent discussing with Man United, Liverpool, and indeed impressive in Leicester win. And we also have this one, Messi writes Barca off. Sports pages of the Saturday Tribune.
Where are these people that stake 1.5, 1x, 2x? Bettors lament unfavorable EPL results. Hey, yeah, sorry. Those who are carrying ticket all around.
Wrong permutations.
They are lamenting. QPR accept Brugg's bid for Osai Samuel. And we have Egbo leads Tirana to Albania Cup final, and Uzoho seals 3-year Apoel deal. Leeds return to EPL after 16 years. Oh, Leeds United, they've been promoted. Congratulations. And Bayern star Thiago Alcantara set to join Liverpool. Akiola hat-trick leads Toronto over Thierry Henry's Montreal. And Messi predicts Champions League failure if Barca fail to change. And the Real Madrid fans, the Galacticos, are celebrating. They said, Zidane, a blessing from heaven. Real Madrid president.
And VAR overturned 7 goals against Man United, and Kante out of FA clashed with Man United. So many stories to do with Manchester United this morning. And
the Akinfenwa joke is still trending. Eagles didn't have my jersey size. Jokes, Akinfenwa. And basketball, Diogo Aminu make Africa's best players list. That's that on the sports page of the Punch newspaper. I think we can go to major stories now.
The meat of the news. Suspended EFCC boss Magu avoided re-arrest. Now suspended former acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, avoided being re-arrested on Thursday for his decision to remain in the official residence of the EFCC chairman despite being suspended and another acting chairman named for the commission. After spending 9 days in detention, Magu was released from police custody on bail on Wednesday evening on the orders of the Justice Ayo Salami presidential panel investigating his stewardship as EFCC acting chairman. The embattled Magu was detained at the Force Criminal Investigation Department at Garki Area 10 in Abuja from Monday, July 6, when he was arrested by a combined team of mobile policemen and operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS) operatives in traffic at Wuse 2 till Wednesday, 15 July 2020. Upon being released on Wednesday evening, Magu headed for the official residence of the EFCC chairman at Maitama, where he passed the night. Reliable sources informed Saturday Tribune that the decision to return to the residence and orders being allegedly issued by Magu to officers guarding the place were perceived as an affront on the authorities having been suspended from office and a replacement appointed. Magu was said to have got a feeler that was going to be rearrested for his indiscretion on Thursday morning and quickly moved out of the Maitama residence to his personal house at Karu. Saturday Tribune learned on Friday that the policemen guarding the ex-EFCC boss were withdrawn by police authorities on Thursday. His lawyer, Ohab Shitu, however, told Saturday Tribune on the telephone on Friday that although Magu's security details were withdrawn, they were later restored to him. Our suspended EFCC boss, Magu, avoided rearrest. Page 3 of the Saturday Tribune.
Wow. But who is interested in this man's case so much?
I would say the seeming confusion over whether he should return to his official residence or not, over whether his guards should be withdrawn or reinstated. I think it has to do with the fact that we have a presidential panel actually seemingly playing the role of a court, and that's where the confusion seems to stem from. The fact that I don't know how far the roles of the national panel, how far the panel can go, has been defined. Because, well, definitely, Mark must have
They
asked.
can't prosecute him, not the law courts.
And should he have access to that official residence? I believe that place should have been sealed up. Was not the same residence that was searched?
No, it was his personal residence that was searched. Well, since nobody has been chosen, to really feel him, somebody was just acting. Well, he still is the owner. He's still in charge, kind of. And that to an extent might still show that most likely maybe Mr. President still believes in him. Of course, he can't work, he can't act, in quotes now, as the head of EFCC. But for now, at least he gets to have his freedom. He just needs to show up for the inquiry, and that gives him some time to prepare himself for whatever questions they are asking him. He deserves fair hearing too, I think.
Definitely.
So really. But this one's that removing security and all that, when somebody is being, attacked from all left, right, and center like this, his life is not safe. If they remove security.
So the security agents are more to protect him. Their presence is more for his protection from those who may want to subvert justice.
How many days ago now? Was it just yesterday? The whole Nunez issue. We know how these things goes in this country. Okay? Before, remember they said, the DSS said they didn't want to release Showore at the time. Said that so that one car will not jam him on the road. Remember that press release? That we did not release Showore so that, a car might overrun him. So, who is bringing a car to overrun who? So a lot of things happens in this country and you'll be wondering how. I think it deserves the security, at least for now. He has not been indicted. I think we need to make that clear. All the news flying around in the newspaper here and there, blogs and all that, nothing has been substantiated, at least as at this morning. And until then, he deserves his freedom. But I doubt if you get back to that TFC's position. My opinion, I strongly doubt it.
And again, most likely the security agents are also meant to ensure that he doesn't run away.
Of course, it's part of it. Definitely. Definitely. Just got that he has landed in maybe Dubai or something.
Like you said, so some people are definitely very much interested in this case. Powerful interest.
We pray he survives it. Because the way this thing is going, I think there's a plan to just keep him out of that office for a while till they can find their way around him or whatever, or get someone else in position.
Honestly, I though I don't have anything to substantiate this, but deep inside me, I still believe Magu's travels are a means to an end. It's not about whether he's guilty or not. I believe it's a means to an end. I believe
to end his reign there, right?
It may be canon fodder. What I'm driving at is that Magu may be a means of getting at someone else or some other people.
Okay.
That's why I said it's canon fodder, and it's just
and that's
scapegoat.
Most likely what is going on. Well, we'll see how it goes. Is it not this country? We'll be here to read the news. All right. Akpabio hijacked NDDC forensic audit ordered by Buhari. XMD Nunez blames interim management staff, orders for rot in commission. Rivers Court stops police. Orders from arresting embattled ex-NDDC boss. The embattled former acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Mrs. Joy Nunez, on Friday accused the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, of hijacking the forensic audit of the NDDC, ordered by the President, Mr. General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. Speaking when she appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on NDDC over allegations of illegal expenditure and mismanagement by the Commission, Nunez, at an investigative hearing, alleged that the minister breached various laws in a bid to hijack the forensic audit. On Thursday, the investigation of the NDDC took a new turn. A dramatic turn when the police, said to have been sent from Abuja, invaded Nunez's residence in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. The governor of Rivers State, Nyesom-Wike, intervened and prevented the police from taking Nunez away and asked the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, to probe the invasion of the home of the former NDDC boss. We also have this. On Friday, Nunez, who attended the hearing and made a presentation via online meeting platform, apologized for not showing up at the hearing on Thursday. Quoting her now, quote, because what would have happened would have been that nobody would have known who took me away. And only God knows what would have happened. End of quote. She added, quote, this has been the modus operandi for enemies of the minister and ex-governor of Akwa Ibom State. You saw what happened yesterday? It was all about documents. When the panel chairman asked about the forensic audit ordered by Buhari for what the IMC was constituted, Nunez said, what I met was not exactly what is going on. Akpabio insisted that he would supervise the forensic audit. I reminded him and showed him the letter that the president had written, that there is no way we could spend the money that was in our budget. In his memo to the president, he requested that the money for the funding of the forensic audit be got from the service-wide vote. Mr. President, in his wisdom, refused that request, and in writing said it should be from NDDC's appropriation, making NDDC the producing entity. Nunez also alleged that auditors had not been appointed to conduct the audit as being claimed by Akpabio. She said, when I was there, I was the one who prepared all the documents for the forensic audit and sent in the applications. The first thing was for us to go through the document, the procurement of the lead consultant. Many people have clearly misunderstood the procurement of the lead consultant because I did not want any illegality and the forensic audit to be discredited. I ensured, with the help of big consultants, we came up with the terms of reference for these auditors. The lead consultant that everyone is talking about is not the forensic auditor. He does not have a lot. The role of the lead consultant is to gather. When all the forensic auditors have got all the data and reports on the field, they will put them together and give the lead consultant who will put them together in a report. That is just his role. He's not the one to carry out any forensic audits. In short, no forensic audit can start anywhere. Akpabio hijacked NDDC forensic audit ordered by Buhari, ex-MD Nunez.
You know that before we talk about the money involved in all this, has the Inspector General of Police said anything about the raid, about the siege on Nunez's residence?
What we know as at now is that the CP, Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, told Mr. Governor Nyesom-Wike to hand over Nunez.
Oh.
That broke out yesterday around in the afternoon.
But what was the... Did you have any information regarding the raid? Those that came from wherever, did they, did they inform them that they were coming?
At first, they said they had no idea.
Very dangerous trend. If he hadn't had a wicket to, if indeed those people had come just out of the blues and they had come to execute a sinister agenda, what if she didn't have a governor wicket to stand up for her at that point?
The funny thing is, the same police could have just denied the whole thing, and they say they didn't send anybody, and nobody would have known. I think I have the story here. Hand over Nunye to police now. Rivers Commissioner of Police tells Wiki. And who does that anyway? You know, when you first of all denied that somebody is not, you didn't send some guys, and then now you say hand over to who? Anything could have happened to the lady. But I think the main aim was to ensure that she does not testify, she does not appear before the panel, which she already did anyway. So whatever bombshell they want, they are avoiding,
very revealing.
The deed has been done. She said a lot of things in that hearing yesterday, and I hope. Well, the most important thing is that the Senate, the House of Reps sitting yesterday has summoned Senator Godswill Akpabio, and they've also summoned the acting chairman or MD of the NDDC, Professor Pode, who walked out on them earlier. They've summoned him again to show up. Okay, the story is here. Hand over Nunye to police now. Rivers CP tells Wiki. Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Joseph Gobum Mukan, yesterday did a dramatic about turn, I like this, and called on Governor Nyesom Wike to hand over to him the former acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission. Wow. Okay. Dr. Joy Nunye taking refuge at the government house in Port Harcourt. On the same day, Nunye appeared before the House of Representatives panel probing the activities of the commission. We all remember that Wike had stormed the Port Harcourt residence of the former NDDC boss on Thursday and freed her from a police hostage. Mukan, according to Governor Wike, said his command was not aware of the incident in the morning. Okay, but the same Mukan recanted yesterday while appearing on a TV program monitored in Port Harcourt and called on Wike to hand over Nunye to the policemen. Quoting him now, he said, "We are aware of their coming. If people felt we were not aware of their coming, did they ask me? So we are aware of their coming to the state to invite her. Is that an invitation?" You know, and then he added one that for me, I'm still trying to process. The CP of Rivers State now. He said, "It is not in every situation that you need a warrant for an arrest. Invitation has turned to arrest." Okay. Now, there are situations that you do not need a warrant to effect an arrest. So the fact that they do not have a warrant of arrest at the moment does not mean it was an illegality within the confines of the Constitution. I don't know what else to say. We're due for a commercial break.
Welcome to Nigeria.
When we return, we'll discuss more. Don't go anywhere.
Are you aware that you can now obtain your certificate of occupancy in just 60 days under the Oyo State Home Owner Status Scheme, OYHOC? Just buy the OYHOC recharge card for 6,000 naira only from the Office of Lands in the local government, LCDA, or at the Secretariat, Agodi. Register your application by following instructions on the back of the recharge card, as the PIN number on the recharge card is the application number, and only applications with a vital PIN will be processed. The good news is that CFO processing fee for various types of properties are affordable and can be paid instrumentally. Not only that, your CFO can be used for bank loan or any financial transaction. It is now digitalized, so information on it can be accessed anytime, anywhere in the world. Hurry up, this offer is only available to the 31st of December 2020. For further inquiries, call 0700-696-52637.
Conversation with Dio and Tola.
All right, so glad to know you're there. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM, and of course the conversation with Dayo and Tola. If you're just tuning in, I am Ola Dayo Ogunbowale.
I'm Tola Teriba.
All right, we'll continue with the story. Oh, you have something to say about this River State thing?
The interesting thing is that regarding the issue of the attempted arrest of Ninwe is what that, because the Commissioner of Police going on air to say that Wike should hand over the woman. Doesn't he have the power to actually withdraw all the security details attached to Wike for that purpose? Okay, you are the ones that went to prevent the arrest of this one. Okay, I withdraw you so that I can get this woman arrested.
You won't want to do that. It's a cutting problem. But of course, we've seen things like that happen. But he will not want to, because he will have to answer a lot of questions. But I think it's obvious that he's simply, playing to the gallery, trying to respond to some, signals from abroad. Also, should I say from above now? I hope he plays his game well, because he's still the CP. He will have to interact with the governor, and if he does not do it well,
this amount of this magnitude of sleaze being uncovered at the NDDC. Now, where are the Niger Delta elders in all these? With due respect to Chief Edwin Clark, people like him, by now you'd expect that they would have made certain statements regarding these matters.
Tola, when you are eating, you cannot talk. All these elders are the ones collecting contracts. They are usually the ones collecting contracts from the NDDC. So it will be pretty hard to say some things now, because this same audit we are talking about will reveal a good number of them as having benefited.
Exactly.
So it will be pretty hard for them to come out now and talk.
And they could be their own problem.
And should I surprise you? Some of them might be involved in all this drama. They might just be involved.
You think Akpabio will be opening a can of worms when he eventually appears before?
If Akpabio sees that he will go down, he won't go down alone.
He would not want to go down.
You can be very sure of that. Let's take another story.
All right, coming down to Ibadan now, I was paid 500 naira for every person I killed, a suspected Ibadan serial killer. The major suspect arrested in connection with the killings in Akinyele local government area of Oyo State. Sunday, Shodipe, 19. Tribune says it's 19. Has narrated how he carried out the murders. Speaking with Saturday Tribune during a parade of suspected criminals at the state police headquarters, Oluyole, Ibadan, on Friday, Shodipe said a certain herbalist who he worked for, Adedokun Yunusa Ajani, 50, was the one sending him on such errands. Shodipe said anytime he wanted to go for the operation, the herbalist would instruct him to kneel down in front of him, and he, Ajani, would make some incantations and then put something on his tongue 3 times. The suspected serial killer said whenever he located his victims, he would hit them with a shovel, and when they laid in a pool of their blood, he would make some incantations and move around the body 3 times and then back it. Sunday said he would back the body for about 5 minutes with his eyes closed before leaving the scene. When asked if he was not afraid that anybody could come around while backing the body, the suspect said the herbalist had told him that nobody would come around during the period. I was paid 500 naira for every person I killed, suspected Ibadan serial killer.
Well, just like you said when we were reading the headline, I think the most important thing is it's really not about this boy. It's really not about him. He was just a victim of some people who capitalized on poverty. They weaponized poverty in his life. Give him 500 naira of food. Really? How does that solve his problem? Okay, but he solves it immediately. They will most likely get another one. There are many in that place. There are plenty of him like that.
And so he was working for Ajani the herbalist. So the police should find who Ajani was working for.
And who exactly. Who Ajani was, who are Ajani's clients. I think that will be the story, not this boy. Yes, we are happy they got him, but are we sure Ajani has not gotten someone else, to do the job?
So definitely the boy was a victim of poverty. He was not a psychopath.
At all. They just, he was just hungry. I mean, when I saw the food part, I said, yeah, an hungry man can do anything.
So kudos to you, Nigeria police, but definitely you still need to do more to arrest those behind Ajani and his accomplice.
That's the most important. Talking about Nigerian police, especially in Oyo State, 3 policemen chasing hoodlums drowned. In Oyo, the Oyo State Police Command has lost 3 constables who drowned in a bridge washed away by flood on Balogun Street in Oyo town. The policemen attacked from Oyo Atiba Police Division trailed some hoodlums to the area when the thugs started running towards the bridge. According to eyewitness, one of the hoodlums reportedly jumped into the water and the policemen jumped after him, during which the officers drowned. The witness, who gave his name as Okunlaba, said on Sunday, July 12, some policemen from Oyatiba division were passing through Balogun Street in Oyata and saw some hoodlums smoking weed in the area. The area is notorious for hooliganism. The policemen packed their van and 4 of them started running after the hoodlums. So, being their base and knowing the area well, the hoodlums jumped into the flooded bridge. The policemen chased one of the hoodlums to the bridge and 3 of them jumped after him. They were not lucky, as they were swallowed up by the mud. It was later that a bulldozer was used to bring their corpses out. May their soul rest in peace. They were doing their job.
In the line of duty.
Yes. We commiserate with their families. Oh. Well, now that the police knows, it's not as if they don't know before. They know that area. That's the right place to go and pick people down. Yeah? My own opinion.
Since they know it's there,
you already know they're usually there. You know, if you hear of robbery, you hear of any attack, you know where those guys are. Let's take more stories before we open the phone lines.
Right, COVID-19, federal government WAEC agreed to shift WASE date. School proprietors get July 29 deadline to meet guidelines for reopening. I'll just take 1 or 2 paragraphs. The federal government and the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, have agreed to shift the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASE, from the August 4 to September 5, 2020 date, earlier announced by the Council. Minister of State for Education, Chukwuemeka Nwajuba, who made this statement on Friday in Abuja, said this was the outcome of a meeting between the federal government and officials of WAEC in Nigeria on Monday. And it also says school proprietors get July 29 deadline to meet guidelines for reopening. Stories on page 3 of the Saturday Tribune.
Oh, well, sounds nice. At least finally we can see some sanity.
At least some harmonizing of thoughts there.
Well, okay. All right, we'll open the phone lines right now, and you can join the discussion. 08055098850. A lot of people have been trying to call since. So, sorry, this is the right time to call in. 08055098850. 08055009850. That's the number to join the discussion in the studio. Who's our first caller?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Oh, Prince.
Nice to have you, sir.
You are well done. Now, on the issue of this suspected killer, I want to advise Nigeria police to please expedite more action so that we will get another people arrested, because it is not only this Ajani that is perpetrating that evil. There are many of them, and the Abali says he will get arrested because that Abali knows the remaining killer, suspected killer. So when the Abali is being arrested, I'm very sure that the remaining suspected killer will be arrested. Then secondly, on the issue of Rivers and Wike and that woman, I love what Wike did, because why is it that somebody, the Nigeria policemen, look at what they said yesterday, they are still saying another thing today. Yesterday they said they don't know anything about those that came to that woman's house, and this morning they are said the mean about it. Which one are we going to believe out of the two? So in this country, it is only God. It is only God that will save us in this country. So happy blessing weekend. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Prince Adiremi. The phone line is still open. Join the discussion. Let's know your opinion. Okay, someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Kagbona from Okewodo Grosho.
Nice to have you, sir.
I called a while ago concerning the corruption going on in Nigeria. You know, I said 2 days ago that I was sad. That what's happening is worrisome. If it was a passenger, by now, Afabio will have been suspended or sacked outrightly. I don't like what is going on in Nigeria. We should continue praying. God bless Nigeria. I'm Kagbona from Okewodo.
Nice to have you, sir. Thank you so much for your comments. The phone line is still open. Join the conversation from wherever you are. 08055009850. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Chris calling from Ikene.
Oh, nice to have you, Mr. Chris. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So, to me, Wike should not hand over Joy Nune to the police.
Oh.
When they need her anytime, she should be released to go and testify with very heavy security to avoid taking her away again. Why breaking her apartment by 4 a.m.? Thank God that she knows the governor who came to her rescue. The police speak with one mouth and deny with another. It is not the best for this country. Secondly, on education, it is a cheering news that the education ministry is trying to chart a positive way so that schools can resolve for the exam crisis. I wish them the very best when they write, and I hope that this time around, the minister and his junior one will not be misquoted at the end of the day. Finally, on Ondo primaries, I pray that the appointment of Yaya Bello will not lead to further problems on Ondo, in Ondo APC. I think that APC should have chosen someone else so that aspirants will have hope and trust in the process. Remember to keep politics recently. Thank you and God bless.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris, for your opinion right there. They have chosen who they feel can win, help them win. So
help them win. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Aruna from Odoru, Gumashaw.
Welcome, Mr. Aruna.
Yes, I was online.
Very fine.
Oh, beautiful.
I want to say something about this, the guy that was prosecuted in Nevada, giving him 500 naira for every killing. You can now see the level of employment in this country. Having 500,000 empowers, now disengaging them without any exit plan or anything for them for now. You can see what we are seeing in this country. It is only God that can save every one of us. Mr. Dayo, how is tomorrow going to be against Chelsea? Bye-bye.
It will be fine. Let's leave that for Mary. Mary is here already. All right. Okay, someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Tola, good morning, sir.
Nice to have you, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. Shalaf calling from Okaka.
Nice to have you, sir.
Thank you. Please, I want to say something about this NDDC stuff.
Go ahead.
These people should be aware that whatever they do today, they are just giving signs to the Nigerian youth. In case of tomorrow, these people are seeing what they are doing. They are not preparing the future for good at all. And secondly, the issue of the killer. Today, we will not see. There are so many cases in Nigeria where we will not see the real truth. The people, the sender, the people behind these people who are sending them this kind of messages, you will not see the truth at the end of the day. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Shola from Okaka. We hope we can see the truth eventually anyway. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning. You're on.
Good morning, sir.
This should be Mr. Fadlu.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Nice to have you. Go ahead, sir.
On the issue of man, somebody has just returned pension. And they are now asking the support because it's suspended. They have not been expelled. They have not decided. He was suspended to allow for the interrogation to be proved. Just like what Mr. Tola just said, Mr. Dayo just said, he's not being alleged. He's not found guilty. He can't be found guilty. So what we are taking out to back away from the to back to where? This country. Wow. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Fadadu. This country now, I don't know what to say. Well, the phone line is still open before we jump to the feedback channel.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Where
sir.
is Dayo?
Morning, sir. Present, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Very fine, sir.
Oh, you tell me from Ubumasho.
Nice to have you, sir.
The man arrested. I want to urge that a proper investigation should be done and get to the root of it all. And please help warn Aruna. Aruna, we know what they are doing with the officers on the field. Warn him. So I will get his phone line and contact him. Thank you, Dayo and Tola.
Oh, okay, sir. I don't know what's... Okay, maybe you're... All right, sir. Well, I'm sure Aruna is listening. Maybe that is discussing about... Baba is also talking about United. All right. All these United fans. Someone else is here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ryan.
Good morning.
This is Oluyole from Oluyole.
Okay, please go ahead, ma'am.
On the issue of...
Oh, that's from your hand, Mrs. Fumilola Adewale. Please do well to call back. I would love to hear your comments. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dayo and Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for the good work you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oluyole is my name from Ogbomoso.
Okay, sir.
And I want to talk about the LBBC matter
Go ahead, sir. Briefly.
and the involvement of UK. You see, a culture of impunity is being paraded left, right, and center in Nigeria. Unless this apparent disrespect for the rule of law is arrested, honestly, I repeat honestly, Nigeria will soon become a banana republic. UK has turned himself to the defender of people suspected to be criminals. And it seems as if nobody is ready to cage him. He has been operating with utmost illegality, using immunity clause as a cover-up. This is not good for a country. If every governor does that, do you think Nigeria can survive? You should be called to order. I know people have a role to play in this matter. The role is to expose his I don't know what to call it. His arrogance. Good morning.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Afalabi sharing his own opinion right there. On Facebook, Matthew Olalere says, good morning, DNT. I commend the effort of the Southwest governors on the issue of WAEC. May God continue to bless our governors. Kudos to them. Yes, from Milero. Also on Facebook, Odewumi Michael Olubumi saying, good morning. On COVID-19 spread, it is frightening and we need to call on God, Allah, and Oludumare for spiritual healing of our country. I pray for both of you that you will never be a victim of COVID-19. Amio.
Amen.
Amen. Adiola Sunday also on Facebook. Good morning, Tola. And on NDDC, it is a pity that the commission is headed by the indigenous of Niger Delta, destroying their own region. Comrade Adiola Sunday from Shaki. Fabi Folashade also on Facebook saying, good morning, Mr. DNT. I appreciate the effort of our Southwest governor over the issue of WAEC. More grace upon their lives. God bless them all. Have a glorious weekend. Agbo Mojo Wulawa Aja is saying, good morning. Is it true that WAEC has been postponed till September? Yes, they've agreed. All is well and good. It's still better than cancelling. September should begin another session. Anyway, COVID-19, pack your load and go. Never come back. Oh, amen. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I should be here, Monsieur.
Yeah, I'm calling from Oluyole.
Okay, please speak up. We can barely hear you, ma. Go ahead.
I want to talk about WAEC.
Okay.
That sent to September. I thought our federal government should not ban it.
Could you speak up a bit here, Monsieur? Could you speak louder? We can barely hear you. Can you speak up a bit? Oh.
Okay, well, she made her point that they should not cancel. Postponement is still okay. So the phone line is still open if you want to join the conversation. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. No. Please, when you want to call us, stay away from your phone line or your radio set, sorry, or you turn down the volume.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Aha.
Yeah. Good morning.
Mr. Asikabola is back again.
Okay. You have 30
Yes,
seconds.
I want to comment on the person that for Yamasura now. Why are we so self-centered and selfish? Why is the reason? What do you mean? Why is Alma condemning the first governor? What are things? Why are we posting everything we are discussing in this country? We are not politicians, no.
Mr. Azigagbola, please
make
your own point.
What has he done wrong?
Hello, Mr. Isaac.
Somebody investing Nigerian money. And they wanted to arrest him from Abuja. The president is sitting down there doing nothing.
Mr. Isaac.
The man wants to protect the woman.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
morning.
All right. You are allowed to make your own point. Do not talk about another person's opinion. He has every right, to vent. He has every right. Okay. So please, because for some other time, we won't take that. Do not attack another caller. He has every right, just like you do too. Okay. Since someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Shishivadra. I am coming from Angola.
Okay.
The issue of Magusa. I don't know where we are heading to in this country. Because Magu was released, the land that went to his official quarter and slept there. If it is an ordinary common man, he will have been landed in jail. So only God will save us in this Nigeria. On the issue of Ondo primary, is any good thing can come from Nazareth? Yabelo, that was rigged to be the governor of Kogi State. What can he do to do at that Ondo? He will disorganize everything. Only God will save us.
Wow.
And on the WIC Sam, the federal government does not know what to do again. They should come to Oluyole to come and emulate marketing. Because the man that's supposed to be talking, I don't think it's aware of anything going on in this country. And the second man that's supposed to be helping him was incarcerated in the Asura there. It's only the Kabal and the Asura that are ruling this country. Only God will.
Wow. Massive allegations there, Mr. Adebayo. Thank you so much. On Twitter, Oluyole Don is saying, honestly, most schools will have to use machinery for students to pass WAEC. No. They will read now. They've resumed. He said most brain are dead. Then we'll raise them up. We'll resurrect the brain. Oluyole Don there on Twitter. Thank you. That's about the only comment. Okay, he said Niger deport for 2 Nigerians. Why more than 420,000 Niger citizens are marauding and wandering away in our country. Christian Bolawadio, thank you. Samuel Yanolua Omotara, thank you. And Ojediran Bukola, thank you. Says, good morning, sir. Tola and there about what is happening in Rivers. Nigeria is full of drama, Sha. When will all this end? I don't know too. I communicate with the families of the policemen in your state. Mr. Paula Sampson, thank you so much. That's the much you can take on the show today. Would you like to listen to us again this week? There's an opportunity. Join us mid-news 7 p.m. tomorrow on BCS Television. Mid-news, we'll be discussing the trending topics during the week for about 10 minutes. You don't want to miss it. It's called People's Parliament. Tola and Dayo on TV tomorrow, 7 p.m. BCS Television, Start Times, Go TV, and of course, if you're on terrestrial, join us mid-news 7 p.m. tomorrow. You see our faces. We'll do the discussion. Mary is here. She has signed in. Till Monday when we come your way.
No. Before you go.
Or 7 p.m. mid-news tomorrow.
Before you go. Ọlọ́pàá Joko. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You just did the Oloppa for us again. You just did the Oloppa thing for us now.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Up next, Sport Tidbits.
Well, definitely so much to talk about today on Sport Tidbits, all the way from the Formula One down to talking about the FA Cup semi-finals that will be coming up tomorrow and today. Also, the English Premier League and big news for fans of the Championship, for fans of Leeds United. Big news coming up. All of this right here when we get back.
CG
Okay, good morning, welcome to Sport 8 with this beautiful Saturday morning right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM, reaching you live from the city of Ibadan, straight to all of our listeners out there. Agility FM 92.1, OK FM 96.3, those listening to us on the website, on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. We're saying welcome to the show. Going to be definitely interesting. 18 minutes left to spend here with you. The First Lady is ready. My name is Mary Akinshola. Let's get straight to business. Okay, starting off from Formula One, where we will today be having the qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We've had 2 Grand Prix so far for this season. That's talking about the 2020 Formula One season. Don't forget, it's been quite short. That no thanks now to the coronavirus pandemic. But somehow the FIA has been able to bring us some Grand Prix to viewing delight. Well, this time we will be having the Hungarian Grand Prix. It happens in Budapest. That's in Hungary. It's probably always called the Hungaroring. That's the popular name for that Grand Prix. So far, most wins in the Hungarian Grand Prix has been by Lewis Hamilton. He has 7 wins to his name. The constructors with the most win over there has been McLaren. They have 11 wins to their name. But for the past 3 years now, Mercedes has been taking the crown there. Will it be another Mercedes constructor win this weekend? We will get to see that one. Last year, Lewis Hamilton, of course, won it. Verstappen, that's of Red Bull. He came second. While Sebastian Vettel came third. As at P1 yesterday, that's the first practice session. Lewis Hamilton went far, but at the second practice session, everything was wetter. There were rains falling. So at that point in time, most of the cars did not come out for the second practice session. Although Sebastian Vettel did come out for the second practice session, and he surprised so many people after he finished lots of laps. Although 33 seconds, but now slower than Lewis Hamilton. Okay, straight to some transfer stories now in the world of football. Striker Obafemi Martins has rejoined Shanghai Shenhua for the forthcoming Chinese Super League season. The former Inter Milan, Newcastle, Levante, Wolfsburg, Rubin Kazan, and also Seattle Sounders forward was under the number 19 jersey by the CSL Giants. Now, the details of this deal was not revealed by the club, but the player was reportedly handed a 1-year deal with an option to renew for another year for a fee that is worth around 400,000 euros. Now, Obafemi Martins will be 36 this October, and he has not played a competitive game for about 2 years now because he has been injured. But he will be coming to Shanghai Shenhua to replace Johnny Gallo, who is in Manchester United and will be there for quite some time. So we are hoping now that one compatriot can replace another compatriot and fit in seamlessly and bang in the goals, and we'll get to see how that turns out. Also talking some transfer stories now. With a statement on the official website now, Cypriot Giants, that's Apoel, have announced the acquisition of Nigerian national team goalkeeper, that's Francis Uzoho. Now, the Super Eagles glovesman has ended his 3-year association with Deportivo La Coruna by signing a permanent deal with Apoel that will be keeping him there till May 2023. Now, Apoel is Uzoho's 3rd club in Cyrus in the past few seasons, having previously won the jerseys of Anathosis from Augusta and also Monia when he was on loan from Deportivo La Coruna. Well, the 20-year-old is definitely back to full fitness. He will link up with his new teammates ahead of the new Cyprus First Division season, which will be starting on the 21st of August. Uzo has had 8 appearances under his belt in the Cyprus top flight, Prothalima Saita. Now, Nigerian strikers, also Michael Obiko and Patrick Ogunsoto, and also Benjamin Onwachu has represented Apoel in the past. Okay, still talking some transfer stories. I don't know if I should get personal on this one, but the truth has to be the fact that Victor Osimhen needs to get his act together. He has always been in the news. We've been talking about this deal to Napoli for the better part of about 4 or 5 months now. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it before, during the week, sometime midweek. He fired his agent. According to reports, feelers I got in from there, they said that the agent was it was driving him too hard, and it looks like the agent was saying, "Oh, Napoli is the only solution." Now, so many Nigerians are saying, "Okay, probably Victor Osimhen might be able to fit into Naples at the end of the day." But you're firing your agent. You're saying, "Where exactly do you want to do?" The new season should be here very soon. All of those distractions for this 20-year-old boy is not really won't really be a too good idea in the long run, in my opinion. Where do you want to go to? Recent reports are saying that his new agent is talking to Liverpool and Manchester United. If you look at these teams, Liverpool and Manchester United are looking in your direction at this point in time. We don't get to know that yet, but I hope now personally that in the coming days Victor Osimhen does fix all those transfer story issues and move somewhere, and he can focus on his life, get back to playing football, which is the point of the whole thing in the first place. Okay, straight to some NFF stories now. The Nigeria Football Federation will provide support for clubs in the Nigeria Professional Football League, the Nigerian National League, the Nigeria League for the women, that's the NWFL, and also the Nigerian Nationwide League for next season's football campaign as a result of challenges that have arisen from the COVID-19. This is according to Melvin Amaju-Pinnick, the NFF boss. He said this on his official Twitter handle. He said that they will be receiving $1 million from FIFA. They will be receiving $500,000 from CAF. All this money, they'll bring it together, add it to some they'll be getting from their corporate sponsors, put all of them together, and they will be sharing it to the 4 clubs at the end of the day, which is really huge. He says it's now for them to use this money to get their feet off for the coming campaign, which they are saying should be starting September, October, though it's going to be subject to whatever the Presidential Task Force says, and also the Ministry of Health. Now, also on the game of on the issue of PPG, that's the point per game system that was used to end the season. NFF boss also said that it was the decision of the vast majority of the clubs in the NPFL to use PPG, and that decision was also subjected to careful analysis and consultation. So Pinnick also assured that the NFF will prioritize for now the qualification of the under-17 and also the under-20 women national teams for their various FIFA World Cup competitions, and they will also get top-grade friendly matches for the Super Eagles and the Super Falcons. Okay, I think the one that interests me the most in all of what Pinnick has said is on the issue of continuous trailing of players of dual nationality with a view to getting them to represent Nigeria. Pinnick said clearly that only players with keen interest and also resolve will be allowed, as Nigeria would not beg any player to represent her. Okay, let's ask ourselves. Let's just ask ourselves this deep down honest question. Has Nigeria not been begging players to represent her for the past 5-6 years, especially those who have dual nationality? Pinnick himself, I think at some point, we saw pictures of him going to talk to the parents of Tammy Abraham. They took pictures together 1 or 2 times and all of that. And yet, Tammy Abraham still decided he doesn't want to play for Nigeria. So if he comes out to say Nigeria will not beg anybody to play for her, don't just say it. Walk the talk, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. Let those players know we're not begging you. If you play for us, fine. If you don't play for us, fine. And I think all of this talk now is in view of Bukayo Saka. Bukayo has not, that's the Arsenal starlet. He has not announced, he has not declared now where he wants to fall. Is it going to be England? Will he be playing for Nigeria? So I think that's the reason why everyone is talking about it. Don't forget that after he scored that superb goal for Arsenal after signing his contract extension, the England national Twitter handle, that's the Twitter handle for the Three Lions, the official Twitter handle, they gave him a shout out saying he's one of ours, and probably that's what has gotten the NFF on their toes now, trying to find a way to find the. Well, I think it's going to be whatever it is for Saka, it's going to be a win-win, because you can take away how good this boy has been in, so far. So it's going to be an addition to whichever team he joins at the end of the day. Okay, now going straight to the English Premier League now. Marcus Rashford, as he will become the youngest person to receive an honorary doctorate from the University of Manchester for his work campaigning against child poverty and also for his sporting achievements. Now, the 22-year-old Manchester United and also England forward will follow in the footsteps of United greats talking to Alex Ferguson and also Sir Bobby Charlton in earning the accolade from the university, which is the highest honor it can bestow. Now, last month, he first the governor government to U-turn after he wrote an open letter to the members of parliament asking for reversal of decision not to award free school meals vouchers to vulnerable children outside term time. Now, when Marcus Rashford heard this, he told them that, look, while I was growing up, it is this free school meals that was helping me. So if you'd say outside term limit, you can't give it to the children, it is wrong, it shouldn't go down that way. And the government, the MPs, they looked at it and they said, oh, he's right. And they just reversed that one. So at the end of the day, it talks about how huge your the kind of power you control, the kind of power you wield as a player. How do you use this influence to affect the people around you? I think it's a huge step in the right direction. It's going to be a pace-setting step, a trailblazing step all over the world. Now, players have to look at their environment. They have to look around them and say, what exactly are we doing to make sure that this influence that we have, we're using it the way we should use it? Big ups to Marcus Rashford, or no, it should be big ups to Dr. Marcus Rashford. So next time you see Marcus Rashford, don't forget to add the doctor in front of it. Okay, before we now go straight to talking about some of the fixtures we have for today and also tomorrow, then Monday, talking about match days. Well, first, I think this brings me so much happiness talking about it, because if you look at where Leeds United is coming from, you would understand how huge it is for them. Let's start off from this way. Last year, for so many people who followed it, Leeds United, they had waited so hard to come back to the English Premier League for 15 years. Now, when they finally had the opportunity to play the game to find themselves back in the Premier League, that game was against Aston Villa. And during the course of that game, an Aston Villa player, Leeds United, scored. And during the course of scoring, now, on their way to scoring, there was an Aston Villa player who was injured. Now, the referee did not blow, nobody said anything. The player was still on the floor. And because of that, some Aston Villa players, they were distracted. Leeds United scored. Now, when they scored, Marcelo Bielsa now starts talking about the coach, the coach of Leeds United. At least we can call him coach. It's only in Nigeria we hear chief coach, head coach, technical advisor. Let's not digress. Yes, the coach of Leeds United, he looked around and told his boys that when we go for the next kickoff, let them score. Let Aston Villa equalize. This, if you know Marcelo Bielsa very well, if you know this man, they call him El Loco for a reason. Is a mashup of Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Alex Ferguson. You just put all of those temperaments together. It's what you get in a Marcelo Bielsa. Now, for somebody like that, to tell his players to let them equalize, and once they took the next kickoff, Aston Villa, Leeds United players were just looking. Aston Villa players scored. They got the equalizer, and that just put a dent to the hopes of Leeds United for 15 years. Now, that's talking about getting into the English Premier League. Now, it shocked the whole world. I remember I was shocked. For FIFA, they gave Leeds United and Marcelo Bielsa the FIFA Fair Play Award for 2019. Now, this is 2020, and I'm glad to announce to you that finally Leeds United are back in the English Premier League. So for next season, you will be having Leeds United grace your TV screens full at the English Premier League, and it's going to definitely be an interesting journey. Well, they sealed qualification back to the Championship. That was last night when West Brom they lost to Huddersfield. So this is the reason. Although if we talk about the Championship title itself, that is not sealed yet. It's not sealed yet for Leeds United. But if Brentford lose tomorrow, then it means that Leeds United have won the Championship. Of course, if Brentford do not lose tomorrow, Leeds United will be waiting till Sunday when they play off against Derby County. In the game against Derby County, all they need is 1 point. If they get 1 point, Leeds United can brag and say that they are champions of the 2019-2020 English Championship season. Definitely a pretty beautiful story right there, if you'd ask me. Okay, straight in English Premier League, match day 36 concluded yesterday. That was when West Ham took on Watford. 3-1 that would ended. Declan Rice scored a screamer yesterday. If you've not seen that goal, please make sure you do see that goal. It was beautiful. It was an absolute beauty of a goal. But then, if you look at the battle for relegation, I think it gets clearer by every match day. If you'd ask me, clearer by every match day. On 15, we have West Brom with 37 points. Bournemouth. Brighton is 16 with 37 points. Watford is 17 with 34 points. But Bournemouth is 18 with 31 points. Aston Villa is 19 with 31 points. While Norwich already relegated, they have 21 points. Now, this battle is still between Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Watford, and Brighton as it stands. Okay, we can even still add West Ham to it. So, how this one will go down? Probably will go down the wire. Well, today, we'll be seeing Norwich City take on Burnley. That will be match day 37 kickoff. Tomorrow, Bournemouth will host Southampton. Tottenham Hotspur will be home to Leicester City. And this battle for Champions League and battle for Europa League. So, that one promises also to be interesting. Monday Night Football for Premier League will be Brighton up against Newcastle. Sheffield United will be home to Everton. Crystal Palace will travel down to Molineux to keep a date with Wolverhampton Wanderers. But the big one, guys, the big one has to be the English FA Cup semi-final. Don't forget, 7:45 p.m. today, Arsenal will be taking on Manchester City. Promises definitely to be interesting. Tomorrow Sunday, Manchester United will be playing host to Chelsea. Don't forget, N'Golo Conte is already out of that game. Okay, now Spanish La Liga is where we finally draw the curtain today. Don't forget, match day 38. Real Madrid, they are already champions of the Spanish La Liga for the 2019-2020 season. That is already signed, sealed, delivered. A huge one for Zizou and his boys. We won't take anything away from them. As of January this year, they were 8 points behind Barcelona. Some way, somehow, Barcelona changed coaches, their players fumbled, and they find themselves with no trophy at the end of the season, which is something, this is so un-Barcelona-like, It's something so un-Barcelona-like. Barcelona without a trophy at the end of the season, it's huge. It's one of those reasons why everyone thinks the Barcelona are needs to go back and get your acts together. Okay, final time you will be seeing the La Liga for some time to come will be tomorrow, when it's going to be the final round of matches for the week for the league for this 2019-2020 season. We have Valladolid to host Real Betis. Barcelona, meanwhile, they will travel down to keep it there with Deportivo Alaves. Real Madrid will be up against Leganes. I think in there, the most interesting battle will be the battle for relegation. Relegation survival will be the most interesting battle. They are still talking about the La Liga now. Kelechi Nwakali's Huesca have sealed promotion to the La Liga. So many people will say finally probably Nwakali will be able to get lots of football now action, but I think the prayer has to be hoping that Huesca do not let Nwakali go. Don't forget, Nwakali only has 1 year left on his contract, so Huesca could possibly say, okay, we want you to let you go for free at this point in time. So we will be hoping that they keep him so Nwakali can get top flight football for next season. Okay, time to go definitely on the show today. Well, tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. promises to be exciting. We will be taking a good preview into the FA Cup games that we have. And also, we will be talking about the results of the FA Cup games and also the Premier League and the Spanish La Liga, also the Serie A games that we had today. All of that, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Promises to be interesting. Join us right here on Sports Extra. Special thanks to everyone who's a part of production today. My audio assistant, Aisha Oladejo. Always a pleasure doing this with you. Those who listen to us from Agility FM 92.1, Okeogun FM 96.3, on the website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, are saying thank you for being a part of the show. Until we come your way again tomorrow, don't forget to always support sports. My name is Miracle Shola. Bye for now.
coronavirus covid-19 náà tún mọ̀ wọ́n sí àrùn tó ń tàn káàkiri àgbáyé ní coronavirus kẹ́rù rẹ̀ kàn máa lọ àfẹ́rí ọ̀hún nílẹ̀ yìí mọ́.
àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn tí gbogbo àgbáyé mọ̀ ní corona ẹni tó bá mú a máa sín léraléra ìgbóná àbàdì àdàlùwọ̀n wìtìwìtì ikú àwòforídagbánù léraléra bọ́ lolúwa rẹ̀ a máa mú kàtá àbàdì lọ́wọ́ èémí irú wọn adọ̀rọ̀ gbódò gàyìn bó o bá ti wá kẹ́fì èyí ohun tó yẹ kó o ṣe ni láti tètè fi tó dókítà létí kí wọ́n rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ kó má bàa já síkú láti wá sáfárùn náà ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fi bomú bẹnu wa bá a bá ń sin ká sín sí gbọ̀nwọ́ kẹ́ ẹ tún múra sí mọ́tótó ní ṣíṣe ẹ má ṣe kí wọ́n bomú bẹnu ẹ máa fọwọ́ yín nígbà gbogbo pẹ̀lú ọṣẹ lẹ́yìn náà ẹ lo sanitizer ẹ jìnnà síra yín láwùjọ ènìyàn púpọ̀ à ń dì í mara ẹni dọjọ́ míì má sọ pé ni wọ́n ń pa kò sí corona ẹnìkan ló mọ̀ olùkéde Association of Professional Retired Nurses and Midwives of Nigeria Ọ̀yọ́ State Chapter ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì nọ́ọ̀sì àtàgbẹ̀bí ní Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ka tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
coronavirus kẹ́rù rẹ̀ kàn máa lọ àfẹ́rí ọ̀hún nílẹ̀ yìí mọ́.
Yàrá.
wọ́n tún pé dé èyí yàtọ̀ títún tí mo tún pé dé.
ẹ lẹ́bẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa èyí àrà alẹ́ akéde tún ti dé o gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe rẹ̀ ṣé ẹ kúkú ti mọ̀ pé a ò ní hèrà tí ò lọ́mọ nú lọ́sẹ̀ yìí lórí èyí àrà ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ lórí bá a ṣe lè ṣàmúlò ewé àtegbò fún àǹfààní àgọ́ ara wa lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mú wá lẹ́yìn èyí ni téńté orí ìròyìn ó tẹ̀lé kó tó wá kan tá ń gbọ́lù nígbà táyàn bá ń sọkọ̀ ǹgọ́ sílù ẹ̀yin ará ilé lẹ́sìn máa bá wa tù lábala kejì ètò níbi tá a ti ń gbàlejò àgbà amòfin Adéníyì Akíntọ́lá ló ń bọ̀ lórí ètò èyí àrà wọ́n bọ̀ wá ṣàlàyé fún wa lórí ohun gbogbo tó jẹ mọ́ àjọ EFCC àjọ tó ń gbógun ti ìwà ìṣòwò ìlú mọ̀kùmọ̀kù nílẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà àwọn kan ní ègún ló ń ja EFCC ṣe lóòótọ́ ni àbí àwọn kan tiẹ̀ wà ní kọ̀rọ̀ tó ń domi àjọ yìí láàmú ni torí gbogbo àwọn alága àjọ yìí látìgbà tí wọ́n ti gbé e kalẹ̀ ló ń níṣòro kan tàbó míì kò séyìí tó fara re kúrò nípò nínú wọn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n tiẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ wọn dójú àmì bí gbogbo ẹ̀ ìpàdé di Sunday nígbà tálejò wa máa bẹ́jọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lórí rédíò alátagbà wa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ni o àti tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni kẹ́ ẹ fi sọ́kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ìdájí kùtù hàì láago 6 títí di aago 8 òwúrọ̀ kẹ́ ẹ má gbàgbé àgbà amòfin Adéníyì Akíntọ́lá ló ń bọ̀ sórí ètò èyí àrà lọ́sẹ̀ yìí yóò dùn àfi kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ kẹ́ ẹ sì wò wá ìpàdé di Sunday èyí àrà.
Hello, children. Is learning fun? Kiddies Challenge is the program on Oluyole FM 98.5 every Saturday from
11 a.m. to 11:30.
It's engaging, engrossing, and enriching. Let's come together to relax and bring out the exceptional academic and socio-cultural skills. Kiddies Challenge. It's exceptional.
Bẹ́ẹ̀kú bá pé gbà nítọ̀ jẹ́.
Ológbòjò ní bàbá wọn.
Òdìdẹrẹ́. Ẹja fọ̀pá lù àrán.
Ká gògó fọ̀hún akínjáde.
Ọ̀kọ́lọ́mbó kéde fẹ́ máa já ní para.
Àṣàyàn ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe tán tí ó mọ kù bí òjò.
Òdìdẹrẹ́. Àgbọ́mọ̀mẹ́ ti kúrú ètò.
Akọ́nilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fòye ayẹyẹ ni.
Múni gbàgbé ìrònú àbáàdì.
Òdìdẹrẹ́.
Bá a ṣe dọ́là tán ládé erin.
Abẹ́yìn mẹ́tàn.
Abísọ̀sọ̀ mú òdì.
Ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀.
Orin àgbọ́dúnú tó ń tàgbéyẹ̀wò àwọn tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láwùjọ.
Láfitẹ́ ètò lódù.
Ifá àkànlò èdè tó tèdè tó jíire la ṣẹ́ fún un.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń gbọ́ níkànnì Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM.
náà lẹ́ẹ̀mọ̀ gbọ́ Lókògùn FM 96.3 àti Ajílétí FM 92.1.
tó fi dórí ìtàkùn àgbáyé.
ní gbogbo ọjọ́ sátidé àbámẹ́ta láàrin aago 9 àárọ̀ sáago 11 àárọ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa pàdé àwọn àgbà pèdèpèdè bí òkúta kọ méjì tí rí inú èkùrọ́.
yíyà àwa ni o bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń pa wá ni àwa náà sì kọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba ni. Odídẹrẹ́ ẹyẹ òkun àlùkò ẹyẹ ọ̀sà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jòǹgbé ẹ mọ̀mọ̀ jòǹgbé ẹ pàdé wa Adémọ́lá Adéníyì àti Wálé Rufai lórí ètò tuntun Odídẹrẹ́ lórí ìkànnì yìí.
Odídẹrẹ́
ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yẹ ń gbọ́.
kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ọ̀lẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí tí kò hàn sọ́mọ aráyé kókó ní ọ̀lẹ́.
ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí ètò tí ìkànnì tá a wà yìí Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí wo lẹ̀ ń bọ̀ májàgbọ́ wo lẹ̀ ń bára yín sọ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí ni ṣùgbọ́n bá ọba yìí wọ́n fẹ́ ni abádà àṣírí pọ̀ yóò bẹ gbòòsà sétí aráyé ni o ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí àgbà pèdèpèdè ni bàbá òwúyẹ Kẹ́hìndé Aládé abẹ̀rù àgbà ó lé ọmọ afọbẹlẹ tukọ̀ ètò náà ń gbọ́ abẹ̀rù àgbà.
sẹ́ni pa ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí nǹkan kí ẹsẹ̀ ràgó síbẹ̀ kú mẹni tẹ́ ni.
ó gbélé o gbogbo ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta sátidé ni ó máa wáyé o láti aago mẹ́sàn-án àbọ̀ sí aago mẹ́wàá àbọ̀ alẹ́ lórí ìkànnì tá a wà yìí 98.5 FM ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà o.
ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí tí kò hàn sọ́mọ aráyé o kókó ní òde.
odò olúworo jìnworo òkú ajá ò gbọdọ̀ gbó òkú àgbò ò gbọdọ̀ kàn ìràwé tó bá fojú dodo yóò sì ṣègbé olùfẹ̀rẹ̀ kúfẹ̀ ẹ̀rù la fi ń dábàrà wa ta ni ń jẹ ntájà ń jùrù àmọ̀tẹ́kùn dé gbogbo oníṣẹ́ ẹbí ẹbí là sẹ́yìn ẹbí ti pé kú tíyetíye olú ọ̀ràn má fọ̀rọ̀kọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ wa lọ́rùn nílẹ̀ kóòtù àjìbí bádìí ẹ bá yé gbẹ̀yìn yóò sì fìkan ṣe dàbá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ọkú ọ̀wọ́wọ́ ikú yẹ̀wátì gìrìgìrì ẹsẹ̀ kò yígi ọlá òkè ìgbà ọkọ ìgbà àdá tí ń bókè dìtẹ̀ òkè náà ni ó borí wọn Yorùbá dé àmọ̀tẹ́kùn dé gbogbo ẹranko wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́ bìlà.
rédíò àti tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
ẹyẹ tó bá fara wẹ́gùn ẹ̀yà ròdìọ̀sù.
yóò tọ́ mi la wà ètò bá bá àwọn ètò ṣàkó tí ò ṣeé fi wé bàtà ayò láíláí ta níjẹ́ fadigbọ́nà ń kú erin yóò tọ́ mi la wà ètò yín ètò wa tẹ́ ẹ ti mọ jaládùn ẹ̀ bọ̀ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ yóò tọ́ mi la wà pẹ̀lú atọ́kùn ètò Wálé Rufai Ìṣọ̀lá Ògùn ọmọ abíkan yóò tọ́ mi la wà àwọn orin àgbọ́dúnú móríyá tó sín pẹ́pẹ́ ẹ̀dọ̀ kí èdè ọ̀rọ̀ tùnú tó ń ta wàdò ohun ẹ̀fẹ̀ tọ́gbọ́n sodo sínú ẹ̀ yóò tọ́ mi la wà ọjọ́ àìkú Sunday ní kẹ́ ẹ tó pàdé atọ́kùn lórí ètò bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 4 sí 6 àrọ̀lẹ́ lórí ìkànnì tá a wà yìí Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5 pẹ̀lú Wálé Rufai ọmọ bàbá dúdú abẹ́sìn bíi Kilimanjaro.
àwa lágbèdè máma gbèdè sí. àwa náà kọ́ Olúwa ọba máa ní.
kíni tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday ètò tó so tọmọdé tàgbàlagbà pọ̀ ní àwáwá.
ọmọ tó fún mi ìyanu ni ẹkún tó fún mi ìyanu ni iṣẹ́ tó fún mi ìyanu ni ọlá Olúwa ìyanu ni.
àwáwá lètò lórí ìkànnì Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5 ètò tó ń gbé àwọn ìràwọ̀ tọ́lọ́run ọba mi fún lẹ́bùn lárugẹ àwọn ìràwọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí orí ètò àwáwá lẹ́yìn tí máa gbọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn ètò tó ń dáni lárayá kọ́ni lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fìmọ̀ kúmọ̀ ẹni lètò àwáwá bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn máa gbọ́ àwọn orin lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan àwọn orin tó jẹ tí gbèsè Adémọ́lá Rẹ̀mú Pàpádẹ́mì ni ó máa tukọ̀ ètò àwáwá ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ sáago 8 alẹ́ ètò àwáwá kò sí ní tó dàbí ká fara nísinmi lọ́jọ́ ìsinmi Sunday ètò àwáwá ló bá dé ẹ má gbàgbé ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ sáago 8 alẹ́ lórí ìkànnì Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5 ètò àwáwá ètò gbogbo wa ni o.
ìjì kìí jà kó domi inú àgbọnù ara ọlá tólúwa ṣe fagbọn ni.
Olúyọ̀lé FM oúnjẹ́lálá oúnjẹ́ tòòròtò Olúyọ̀lé FM ó kilẹ̀ létí Olúyọ̀lé FM ó báradọ́gba kìíní sìn bí ọmọ àwélé ó já gàràgà ní fara olùkọ́yìn tètò tó ń retí ròyìn ní yùngbà ajídára bí ìṣù ẹ̀ ló fi ká fábẹ́lá tẹ̀ 98.5 FM ìkòkò ọbẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹlẹgbẹ́ tó kù máa gbọ́ lọ.
aago 8 lólu láti Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM ètò Elétí Ọ̀fẹ́ lè máa gbọ́ báyìí.
bójúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la o ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lọ ní o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ ẹni o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé Elétí Ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ tí balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọ gbọ́. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìkànnì tó gbajúgbajà Olúyọ̀lé FM. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ajílété FM tún máa gbọ́ wa lásìkò kan náà. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Òkè Ògùn FM tó wà lálága. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó kún kẹ́kẹ́. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Ẹ máa gbọ́ nínú ilé nínú mọ́tò tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Abẹ́ praise ó tún ti yá ká tún jọgbọ́ Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́. Ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn rẹ̀ o.
Fáníyì ó gbọ́ àrọwà wo ni ká pa fẹ́ni tó bínú títí tí tó wá gbọ́mọ jù sínú ìrùn ó gbọ́ ṣé tinú rẹ̀ bá rọ̀ ṣé inú ìrùn rọ̀
lára o.
òṣèrùn torí ẹ̀ ló fi jẹ́ pé àgbà tí ń kan lé ò gbọ́dọ̀ kanra kí lé tí ń kàn mọ́ bá dà wó lulẹ̀ lójijì ni ẹjá ìrora mọ́ bínú torí pé ìbínú ò mọ̀ olówó òun ò lẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ èyí Táyọ̀ Olúṣọlá lèmi jẹ́ Táyọ̀ ni mò ń kí ń kàbọ̀ sórí ètò Ẹlẹ́tì Ọ̀fẹ́.
èyí Táyọ̀
Fáníyì
Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní pé ẹdúró jiyàn ọ̀gànjọ́ olúwarò ní bá ní jì sínú ọ̀fìn láàjì o bí wọ́n bá wá ń tì ọ́ tí wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní ìwọ ni mọ́tànra rẹ nítorí pé àbá wọn dá ni wọ́n tí wọn ò ní báyàn tán. Kúnlé Fáníyì Ìfáńlá ẹ káàárọ̀ o àsìkò ìgbádùn òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba àmì Èdùmàrè aláyọ̀ ni yóò jẹ́ fún wa.
àmì o ajẹ́pẹ́tà bá ní ìwọ ni mọ́ sọ pé èmi kọ́ Ọlọ́run ní mélòó lára wa. ẹ ti wọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gbé wa níkànnì Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5 òun náà ni ẹ láǹfààní láti mọ̀ gbé wa ní Ajílété FM 92.1 Òkè Ògùn FM 96.3 tó fi mọ́ àwọn ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ gbogbo tó wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára òun náà ni ẹ láǹfààní láti mọ̀ gbọ́ wa kètèkètè tẹ́sí mọ́ wò wá kedere bó ṣe Twitter ni àmọ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ @Oluyole FM Instagram @Oluyole98.5 FM bó ṣe ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ wò mí wọ Facebook ní kọjú sí mi kọjú sí àmọ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ tá a léde ń bọ̀ síbẹ̀ Oluyole 98.5 FM bá a ṣe ìtàkùn àgbáyé òun náà ni ẹ̀yin fẹ́ lò ẹ kàn tẹ́ sójú ẹ̀ pé www.bcostv/listen lẹ́ẹ̀bà máa gbọ́ wa kètè Ọlọ́run ló pé ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kókó tí ń ṣe ògèrè orí ìròyìn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mọ́ mú wá kó tó di pé awọnú kẹtẹpẹ ìròyìn Ẹlẹ́tì Ọ̀fẹ́ gan lọ ní tààràtààrà kókó náà ní iye Ẹlẹ́tì Ọ̀fẹ́ o kókó àkọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ mi rèé ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìwádìí àjọ EFCC tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ni o ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà PDP lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí wọ́n sọ fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n mágùn relé ẹjọ́ kílẹ̀ tó ń dúró ṣe.
bákan náà ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ mágùn náà ni bí mágùn ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ọwọ́ òun rẹ̀ ó funfun lẹ́lẹ́ pé òun ọ̀kẹ́sẹ̀ bọ́ra kówó òsì bẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ míì tẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP tún sọ ni pé ominú ń kọ àwọn lórí bí ìgbésẹ̀ ìwádìí tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún mágùn bó ṣe rinlẹ̀ tó pé ó dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ó ti fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kan màgòmágó nú.
ìròyìn eléyìí ló ń sọ pé kángun ó ti kángun síbì kan ò Fáníyì. wọ́n ní lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ́yìn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Olóṣùṣù Ọ̀wọ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọ́n ní àwọn ti fara mọ́ fọkàn mọ́ fojúmọ́ fi gbogbo ara mọ́ ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú ní ìlànà gbogbo aṣọkọ́ làásá lọ́rùn indirect primary.
ó di láéláé pọngbà o akápò kò ní máa yàn lé Ifá lọ́wọ́ nítorí ìdí eléyìí ọmọ òye kankan ò ní máa yàn lé wa lọ́wọ́ irú ìgbésẹ̀ ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú tá a bá yàn láàyò Bello ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ni ti Bello ṣe jẹ́ ẹ láǹfààní láti gbọ́ ta ni Bello ẹgbẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ rẹ̀.
ìròyìn eléyìí náà ló sọ pé irọ́ ni wọ́n ń ṣùtà èké ni wọ́n ń dì inú ọ̀rá o ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àhesọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí ń jà rìnrìn lẹ̀ pé afárá Niger èyí tí ó so ìpínlẹ̀ Anambra àti Delta pọ̀ òun náà ló ti ń mì tí ò sì ní pẹ́ já wọ́n ní pé irọ́ náà ní jà lọ́pẹ́ lákọ ló wà bí ìbọn.
tó wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé gbogbo òfin tá a gbé kalẹ̀ nítorí ẹrú àwa nítorí ọmọ ká padà báyìí o àwọn ọlọ́lá àwọn tó nífọ̀n lẹ́ẹ̀ka àwọn sẹ̀ràkí lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fi owó padà òfin tí wọ́n là á lẹ̀ ní pápákọ̀ ọkọ̀ òfurufú lójú ọ̀nà ni wọ́n ti ní pé kí wọ́n máa fi òfin dè wọ́n fún oṣù 4 ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin lọ̀rọ̀ ti jáde.
arákùnrin kan mọ̀rẹ́ Fáníyì ni wọ́n rán lẹ́wọ̀n oṣù 12 gbáko ọdún kan ni ò torí pé ó jí owó rẹ̀ nínú gbá ọrẹ nílé ìjọsìn kan.
bóyá wò pé ilé bàbá òun.
kó wá kówó bẹ̀ ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ wo ẹjìmọ̀ mẹ́lẹ̀ wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìwádìí nínú àjọ tí ó ń rí sí ìdàgbàsókè agbègbè Niger Delta NDDC ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní ẹ wò Akpabio ẹni pé kọlọ rẹ̀ rọ́kúnlé náà nítorí gbogbo ìwádìí àti gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ àtọ̀rọ̀ tí ń jáde ó ti ń kọ wá lóminú báyìí o.
àmúgbátẹ́lẹ̀ fún olùdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ kan tí wọ́n pè ní gokada ẹni Fahim Saleh tí wọ́n pa níjó ní ṣe ìrántíṣẹ́ ìgbàgbé wọ́n ní ọwọ́ ti ba amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ẹ̀sùn ìṣekúpani ọ̀gá rẹ̀.
tó bá di ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun Tuesday ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ọ̀nà ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin wọ́n forí oko ọ̀rọ̀ sọ́ọ́dún lórí iṣẹ́ èyí tí wọ́n fẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ń lọ bíi 1,450,000.
kọmíṣánná àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní ìpínlẹ̀ Rivers ó ti bu ẹnu àtẹ́lu bí Wike ṣe dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ Joe Nunez adarí àjọ NDDC tẹ́lẹ̀.
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Joe Nunez náà ni ọ̀rọ̀ dì báyìí níbi tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀wọ́ ǹjẹ́ yìí ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé owó tí wọ́n yà sọ́tọ̀ fún àjọ òun ti ń lọ bíi bílíọ̀nù 10 náírà àní àwọn kan rógun tó ń pé kí òun mọ̀ á jáde kí àwọn ó sì fi ṣe ètò kírísímàsì.
ní dẹ̀sẹ̀mbà náà gómìnà Umahi ti ní kí amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ tí wọ́n tó àwọn amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ tí wọ́n tó 5 tó fi takoko àwọn ọjà kànrìnkànrìn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ebonyi ó ti ní kí wọ́n lọ rọ́kúnlé òkílẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn ó ní ohun tí wọ́n ní kí wọ́n fi ẹlẹ́mọ̀ ṣọ́ wọn ṣọ́ òun náà ni wọn ò ṣọ́ ò nígbà tí gómìnà ṣe àbẹ̀wò sínú àwọn ọjà wọn lórí pé kò sẹ́nì kankan náà ọjà tó ń lọ bíi 5 tó lo ìbòmú ìbẹnu.
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ COVID-19 ni wọ́n ní pé orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà tún ti ní àkọsílẹ̀ ọ̀tún báyìí wípé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń lọ bíi 600 níye ọ̀nà ni wọ́n tún ní àrùn wọn nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún wọn tí àpapọ̀ àwọn tó ti ní lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà sì jẹ́ 45,000 àti 4,456 35,454.
ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti gba àwọn ọmọ mẹ́ta kan kalẹ̀ o lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣe òwò ẹrú ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún.
àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì tí wọ́n ń lọ bí igba níye ọ̀nà ni wọ́n ní àrùn COVID-19 ní olúìlú Àbújá báyìí tí àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì ọ̀hún sì ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ wípé gbogbo owó àjẹmọ́nú àti owó èyí tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú àjẹmọ́nú ìjàmbá ẹnu iṣẹ́ fáwọn nọ́ọ̀sì náà pé kí wọ́n dákun dábọ̀
àwọn gómìnà ilẹ̀ yìí ti bá àwọn mẹ̀lẹ́bí Tolúlọpẹ́ Arótilé kẹ́dùn lórí ikú ọmọ wọn.
tó lórí ètò ìdìbò èyí tí ó wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo náà ni o wọ́n ní pé Olúṣọlá Òkè mọ̀ tí alẹ́ dùn koko wípé wò ó ṣe rí ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe èyí tí yóò ṣe àkóónú gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìdàrẹ́ primary ní àwọn fẹ́ o bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ilé ẹjọ́ ní ọ̀bọ̀n dà.
Afurasí apànìyàn tó wà nídìí ìṣekúpani tó wáyé léraléra nílùú Ìbàdàn tí a ní àhín ó ti ṣe àpàtẹnujẹ́wọ́ o ó ní 500 náírà ẹni 500 náírà òun náà ni wọ́n fóun lórí èèyàn kan tó ń bá pa
500 náírà
500 náírà.
kọ́lọ́ọ̀bá mẹ́rin màrí ó máa sọ wa. ẹ̀jìn mẹ́lẹ̀ lórí ètò ìdìbò sípò gómìnà tí yóò wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Edo ni o wọ́n ní pé ó ṣe rí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú tí wọ́n ń lọ bíi 45 ọ̀nà ni wọ́n mọ̀ ti parapọ̀ báyìí tí wọ́n sì ní pé bó bá ku ìràwọ̀ kan lójú sánmà tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún ọ̀nà làwọn ó ṣe.
wọ́n ti ṣe àlàyé bí Magu ṣe kọ̀ pé kí wọ́n mú òun tì mọ́lé lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ó ní rárá o wọn ò lè mú òun tì mọ́lé mọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì o.
tọ́ wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà àjọ tó ń rí sọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin wọ́n ti pààrọ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ akọ̀wé ilé àti àwọn míì tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ ńlé.
ẹnìkan ti yọ sọ fún àwọn oníròyìn pé akọ̀wé fún àjọ EFCC ní àjọ tí ń gbógun ti ṣíṣe owó òlú kúmọkùmọ nìkan òun náà ni wọ́n ní kó lọ rọ́pò nílé pé àfàìmọ̀ ni kí Magu mọ́ padà sí ààyè rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága àjọ EFCC.
ọ̀rọ̀ yìí èyí tó sọ yìí pé ó ṣeé ṣe kí àyàfi kí Magu ọmọ padà ibẹ̀ náà ni ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP ti mú ọ̀rọ̀ sọ tí wọ́n sì ní pé bí gbogbo ẹ ṣe ń lọ yìí tí wọ́n ṣe bó ṣe tó àti bó ṣe yẹ sí wọ́n wádìí dáadáa.
Ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti àjọ WAEC wọ́n ti jọ fẹnukò wọ́n forí okò sọ̀dún o tí wọ́n sì jọ sọ pé kí wọ́n sún ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ṣe ìdánwò WAEC síwájú.
Ó mọ̀ ṣe o nígbà tá a bá lọ ń bá ìmí ẹran nídìí ọmọ èèyàn àní àpabì ó ti já wa nítàn hàn àwọn tó ní nǹkan ṣe lágbègbè Niger Delta ọ̀nà ni wọ́n sọ fún ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari bẹ́ẹ̀.
tó ń túmọ̀ sí pé ẹni agbójú òkùnlé ò fẹ́ jẹ ní agbá.
ọjọ́.
ó dáa ògbóǹtarìgì tó jẹ́ òṣèré gbajúgbajà ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ ó sọ pé lẹ́yìn pé àwọn tó múnú àwọn èèyàn dùn ó ní àwọn mọ̀ ní iṣẹ́ míì tí àwọn èèyàn sọ pé kò sówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ó ní kí ni àwo wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn.
ẹ jẹ́ máa mẹ́lẹ̀ yìí wọ́n ní pé Màlàmí ó ti kọ ìwé ẹ̀sùn sí ọ̀gá àgbà fún iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà wípé wo ẹ ṣe ìwádìí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ní pé Sowore àti Sahara Reporters tẹ́yìn tí wọ́n kọ nípa òun tó sì ní pé wo wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ tọrọ ìdáríjì ní ojú ìwé ìròyìn orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà ojoojúmọ́ tí ń lọ bíi 6 bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ àwọn ìjọba mú nǹkan lẹ̀.
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ National Theatre ilé-ẹjọ́ ti ké sí báńkì àgbà ilẹ̀ yìí èyí ní CBN àti ẹni tó jẹ́ agbẹjọ́rò àgbà lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà Malami àti mínísítà fún ètò ìròyìn Alhaji Lai Muhammed pé kí wọ́n wá sọ tẹnu wọn o bí owó tí ó tó tírílíọ̀nù kan náírà bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe lórí ilé ọ̀hún.
Mágùn tẹ́ ń sọ yìí ọmọ mi ni èmi kọ́ nítorí pé ọjọ́ ọ̀la lákàrà ń bímọ. Wòlíì Ọmálé ọ̀nà ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wípé wo ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀mí tẹ́ fi ń kàn mí wípé mo ṣe àròndàròndò owó ó lò mí irọ́ ni kò sí ní tó jọ èké ni wọ́n ń ṣe irọ́ ni wọ́n ń sòótà.
ọmọ nínú Olúwa àbẹ́.
kò fi ẹ̀yàn sí wọ́n ṣàlùmọ̀ òun ni.
ó dáa gbogbo ti tán bí o.
ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kàn bá di gẹ̀gẹ̀.
Báyọ̀wá gbẹ́sẹ̀.
ojúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la o ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lónìí o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ ẹni o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn kárí ayé màlẹ́lẹ́yìn o ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà etí ni ó lè jò ń lò fọ́nrán yìí tó lùkọ́ yìí ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ ti balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọgbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà.
tó ẹja máa gbẹ́rẹ́ kà sí dáa ká máa gbọ́wọ́ ojú gẹ́gẹ́ mú lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan àti èjì nígbà tá a ti fún yín ní àwọn kókó tẹ ẹja máa mú kẹtẹpẹ rẹ̀ wá kẹ́ máa fomi là á ìrìn àkọ́kọ́ tí màá kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ náà ló ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ WAEC lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà tíjọba àpapọ̀ sì pàbíyọ àbìdún lórí ọjọ́ tí WAEC ọmọ wáyé ní báyìí ni wọ́n ní pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà àti àjọ tó ń rí sí kò kárí ìdánwò àṣekágbá fún àwọn ọmọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ oníwèé mẹ́wàá lápá ìwọ̀ oòrùn Áfíríkà ti fi ẹnu ọ̀rọ̀ jóná báyìí o lórí sísún sí iwájú ọjọ́ tí ètò ìdánwò náà tí yóò mọ wáyé gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ a rántí pé ọjọ́ 4 oṣù kẹjọ sí ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọ̀nà ni wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ kéde rẹ̀ wípé yóò wáyé mínísítà kejì fún ètò ẹ̀kọ́ nílẹ̀ yìí ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Chukwuemeka Iwájúbà ẹni tó sẹ́kẹ̀tì ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nílùú Àbújá lọ́jọ́ ẹtì Friday pé èyí ni àbájáde ìpàdé tí ó wáyé láàrin ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àjọ WAEC lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà lọ́jọ́ Ajé Monday tí àwọn sì fi ẹnu ọ̀rọ̀ jóná forí ọkọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ́dún láti tún forí korí fọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn orílẹ̀‐èdè 4 tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà tún kàn lórí ìgbà tí ètò ìdánwò náà tí yóò tún máa wáyé báyìí bákan náà ni mínísítà sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ìjọba ti fún àwọn tó ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà di ọjọ́ 29 oṣù keje láti rí i pé gbogbo àlàálẹ̀ ohun ò tí à ń tẹ̀lé fún ṣíṣí àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ padà ní ìgbà tí wọ́n bá tún kéde rẹ̀ òun náà ló ti wà ní sẹpẹ́sẹpẹ́ nítorí pé ó yẹ ká palẹ̀ mọ́ dáadáa ká tó peku ni ó tẹ̀síwájú bí àjọ náà ẹ̀yún àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà ṣe foríkorí fi kùnlùkùn fi ìrònú gbé òye yọ pẹ̀lú àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ìlera àjọ tí ń pinwọ́ ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn nílẹ̀ yìí àti ikọ̀ tó ń jí gìrì sí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé fún ṣíṣí àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ padà ọ̀rọ̀ náà ni wọ́n tún wáá fi àwọn ìlànà náà léde fún àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá kàn nígbà tó ń kí ọ̀rọ̀ mínísítà náà lẹ́yìn adarí ọ̀rọ̀ ìròyìn àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ben Bimgun pé àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ léyìí tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó lórin òun náà ni kí wọ́n gbáradì dáadáa kí wọ́n sì máa yẹ ara wọn wò bí nǹkan bá ṣe ń lọ sí bákan náa ló sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n tún rọ gbogbo àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀hún wípé kí wọ́n gùn lé ìgbésẹ̀ wípé bí wọ́n bá ti ń ta kí wọ́n máa tọ́ ibi tí ìpalẹ̀mọ́ wọn bá ṣe dé bákan náà ni kí wọ́n sì fi ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ wọn tó àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àwọn létí gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wá sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní pé ó ní gbogbo àwọn èèyàn yìí ó náà ni àwọn fún ní gbèdéke ọjọ́ 29 nínú oṣù tá a wà yìí ó ní pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà yìí ó náà ni àwọn tó wá pe ìpàdé láti foríkorí fi kùnlùkùn láti mọ ọjọ́ tí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gangan tí yóò sì sí fún àwọn ọmọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n ṣe ìdánwò.
káàbọ̀ Fáníyè lórí ìwádìí àjọ EFCC tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà lóde wa Nàìjíríà PDP ti sọ fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ pé kí wọ́n wọ́ Magu relé ẹjọ́ o ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú nílẹ̀ yìí ti ké sí ìjọba àpapọ̀ pé kí wọ́n tètè wọ́ adelé alága àjọ tí ń gbógun ti ṣíṣe owó olókòmọkòmọ EFCC tí wọ́n ní kó lọ rọ́kúnnílé ìhùn Ibrahim Magu relé ẹjọ́ o láti lè jẹ́ kí ó fọ orúkọ rẹ̀ mọ́ nínú àwọn ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kàn án o ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP sọ pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá gbé tó bá ti kọjá èyí ti túmọ̀ sí pé ṣe ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbé Magu lẹ́yìn níbi ìwádìí tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ wọn ni ẹ̀yin náà wo ọ̀rọ̀ tí agbẹjọ́rò Magu ń sọ ẹni Wahab Shitu pé kì í ṣe pé wọ́n kàn fi Magu sílẹ̀ lásán àmọ́ tí wọ́n tún dá padà gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága àjọ EFCC ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà yìí ní PDP sọ pé kí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà mọ wo ọ̀rọ̀ nígboro ẹnu pé kò ṣeé ṣe láti mọ sọ irú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí tí kì í bá ṣe pé wọ́n gbójúlé nǹkan kan agbẹnusọ fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP Kọ́lá Ọlọ́gbọ́ndìyàn ló ṣe àpèjúwe ọ̀rọ̀ náà bí èyí tí kò rí ìgbìmọ̀ onídàájọ́ Ayọ̀ Sàlámì tí ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari gbé kalẹ̀ láti ṣe ìwádìí ọ̀rọ̀ náà bí èyí tí ó jámọ́ nǹkan kan Kọ́lá Ọlọ́gbọ́ndìyàn sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí Magu sọ nípasẹ̀ agbẹjọ́rò rẹ̀ yìí ló bá àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́jà fò tó sì tún já wọn láyà pẹ̀lú torí tí wọn ò bá gbójúlé nǹkan kan ni wọn ò ní mọ̀ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ yìí ní gbòòrò ẹnu Kọ́lá ní ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní ìtumọ̀ dáadáa létí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ó ní ohun tí àmọ́ láàmọ́ pé gbogbo wa lámọ̀ yìí pé ẹni tí ò lówó lọ́wọ́ ní ìsìngbà bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni gbogbo wa nìṣòwò ògùn tẹ̀já ńlá bá sọ lódò àmọ̀mọ́ye tótó ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí Magu sọ nípasẹ̀ agbẹjọ́rò rẹ̀ Wahab Shitu pé wọ́n fi Magu sílẹ̀ tí ó sì tún padà sí ààyè rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága ló ti fi hàn yìí pé bí ìgbà tí ìwádìí tí wọ́n ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ náà túmọ̀ sí nǹkan kan náà ni o pé bí àwàdà kẹríkẹrí ní ìwé tí ẹni tí ó jẹ́ agbẹjọ́rò àgbà àti mínísítà fẹ́tò ìdájọ́ lóde wa Nàìjíríà ìní Abubakar Malami kọ tako Magu pé kò lẹ́sẹ̀ nílẹ̀ torí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Magu sọ nípasẹ̀ agbẹjọ́rò rẹ̀ Wahab Shitu pé wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà tí ó sì padà di alága àjọ EFCC ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà lóde wa Nàìjíríà wàá ké sí ìjọba àpapọ̀ kí wọ́n má jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ rí bí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ṣe ń sọ pé kí wọ́n tètè wọ́ Magu rè ilé ẹjọ́ pé ilé ẹjọ́ nìkan ló lè sọ bóyá Magu jẹ̀bi àbí wọn ò jẹ̀bi kó tó di pé wọ́n fi lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ara wọn.
ìbẹ̀lẹ̀jà náà lélẹ̀ kí n fi gbá ìròyìn èyí tó kà lẹ́sẹ̀ náà ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n sọ wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ẹni tó jẹ́ adelé alága àjọ tí ń gbógun ti ìwà ìbàjẹ́ àti àjẹbánu EFCC lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ní pé kó lọ rọ́gún kúnlé ìyún Ibrahim Magu ọ̀rọ̀ náà ló ti sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí pé gbogbo ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kàn wípé ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́lọ́kọ̀lọ́ ni tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi máa kọ́ ọkọ́ òun lọ́rùn wípé òun ò mọ nǹkan kan nípa rẹ̀ àwòrán ti pé Magu náà ní káwọ́ pẹ̀yìn rojọ́ níwájú ìgbìmọ̀ tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ láti àkàtà ààrẹ lórí àwọn ẹ̀sùn lọ́lọ́kanjọ̀kan lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fi kàn án Magu sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú o nínú lẹ́tà kan tí agbẹjọ́rò rẹ̀ yìí Wahab Shitu lẹ́yìn tó fi léde sọwọ́ sí ẹni tó jẹ́ adarí ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún adájọ́ àgbà tó ti fẹ̀yìntì ìyún onídàájọ́ Isa Salami nígbà tí wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní ẹ̀wọ́ ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀sùn lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fi kan oníbàárà àwọn yìí ó ní pé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn gbẹ́kẹ̀yìndé tó ìjẹ́ pé ọkàn wọn ọ̀mọ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà ni nítorí ìdí eléyìí nínú ìwé tí wọ́n kàn náà náà ni wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀sùn lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n tò mọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ káàkiri bí ìgbà tá a bá to aṣọ mẹ́gun lára tí wọ́n sì fi lé orí ìtàkùn ayélujára tí àwọn ìwé ìròyìn náà sì gbé ó ní pé eléyìí ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó ó ní ẹ wá wò ó ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀gbùgbẹ́ wọ́n fi ń wá ìṣubú mágùn ni lẹ́yìn tó sì jẹ́ pé kàkàká fi olóore ṣẹ̀sín ọlọ́ọ̀bá mẹ́ẹ̀dùmarè ọ̀hún náà ni kò ní jẹ́ oníṣẹ́ rí ìwé tí àwọn kọ yìí ọ̀hún náà ló jẹ́ ìtẹ̀síwájú ìwé tí àwọn ti kọ́kọ́ kọ ní ọjọ́ kẹwàá oṣù keje ọdún tá a wà yìí ní òkọ ẹni tó jẹ́ oníbàárà wọn nítorí ìdẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀hún náà làwọn fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ wípé bí wọ́n ṣe ń yọ so ọ̀hún náà ni àwọn ń yọ gbogbo ète èyí tí wọ́n ń pa àti àwọn ẹ̀sùn lọ́lọ́kọ̀jọ̀kan tí wọ́n ń tò mọ́ mágùn lẹ́sẹ̀ ó ní pé irọ́ ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe wá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní pé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìdúnàádúrà àti àwọn iṣẹ́ kan tí wọ́n ní pé mágùn ṣe ní àwọn ilé òkèrè mágùn sọ̀rọ̀ nínú lẹ́tọ̀ ọ̀hún tí wọ́n kọ lóko rẹ̀ wípé látìgbà tí òun ti gba iṣẹ́ ti di àkókò tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ bóyá òun ṣe okòwò kan lórí ìtàkùn ayélujára àbí lókèrè ó ní kò ju $10,000 lọ bí bá a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí bákan náà ló ń sọ gbangba yànyà ní orúkọ mágùn wípé ẹ wo ṣe tún wá rí ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi lọ́ọ̀dì rẹ̀ mọ́ iléeṣẹ́ kan tí ń rí sí pàṣípààrọ̀ owó tó fìdí kalẹ̀ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna wọ́n ní pé gbogbo eléègbèkéyìdè lásán náà ni.
kángun ó ti kángun síbì kan o wọ́n ní lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ́yìn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ti faramọ́ ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú ní ìlànà gbogbo aṣọkọ́ làásá lọ́rùn èyí ní indirect primary ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú tó wà lórí àpèrè ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú olóṣùṣọ̀wọ̀ APC wọ́n ti fẹnu kò pé kí àwọn ṣètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú wọn ní ìlànà gbogbo aṣọkọ́ làásá lọ́rùn indirect primary èyí tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà kọ́ ni ó kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú wọn tí wọ́n kàn yan àwọn aṣojú tí ó dìbò ọ̀hún ni o alága ìgbìmọ̀ fún ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú APC ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo gómìnà Yàyà Bello ló sọ lójú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lánàá àná ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday ní ìlú Àbújá Yàyà Bello ló bá àwọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀ ní kété tí alága ìgbìmọ̀ afúnṣẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC fi ìgbìmọ̀ rẹ̀ lélẹ̀ tán ní ìlú Àbújá tí ṣe olúùlú lẹwa Nàìjíríà èyí ní mẹ́ẹ̀bàlá bóní tẹ́ ẹ bá rántí tẹ́ ẹ bá gbàgbé tẹ́ ẹ bá rántí pé ṣáájú àsìkò yìí ni àwọn 11 nínú 12 tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ oyè ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo lábẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC tí wọ́n ti fà á kékọ́rí pé àwọn ò fẹ́ indirect primary pé direct primary òun náà ni àwọn fẹ́ pé ní ìlànà gbangba làṣà ta òun náà ni àwọn fẹ́ tí ó fún àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wọn láàyè láti dìbò yẹn ni tí wọ́n fẹ́ pé kí ó lọ ṣojú wọn lásìkò ètò ìdìbò gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọ́n ní ṣe ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún arákùnrin Rotimi Akeredolu wọ́n ní ṣe ló fẹ́ lo ìlànà gbogbo aṣọ kọ́là sá lórùn láti kó ìbò tó pọ̀ sọ́dọ̀ ara rẹ̀ ni o àmọ́ tí gómìnà Yàyà Bello sọ pé ojúṣe ẹgbẹ́ nìkan ni o láti sọ bóyá indirect àbí direct primary òun ni wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n sì ti wá fẹnu kò pé ìlànà gbogbo aṣọkọ́ làásá lọ́rùn òun náà ni àwọn ṣe ètò ìdìbò abẹ́nú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo èyí ní indirect primary.
tó ọ̀gbẹ́ni Michael Ogunṣínà ẹ jẹ́ kí èké a ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ẹ̀ka rẹ̀ ní ọ̀kìnà ẹ̀ka rẹ̀.
ẹ ṣe ẹ̀ka rọ̀ mo kí àwọn ará ilé náà pé ẹ̀ka rọ̀ àkùnṣe àná àdẹ̀kù ìsinmi òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí kò ní jẹ́ òpin ayé wa.
àmín o
àmín ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìdánwò WAEC náà ni. tá a bá wò ó ní nǹkan bíi ọjọ́ mélòó sẹ́yìn à ń ṣe ìfanfà lórí rẹ̀ pé bí ó ṣe lọ á ṣe àṣe ṣùgbọ́n nínú ìròyìn míì tó jáde ó dàbí ìgbà tó pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ń wò pé àwọn tán ní pé àwọn tí ń fẹsẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ báyìí àti pé àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ní wọn ní ṣe ní àkàtà ìjọba àpapọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ sún ọjọ́ náà síwájú mọ́ ó ṣe báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wò ó ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ bí gómìnà ṣe wò pé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ aṣáájú lórí ìpínlẹ̀ àwọn pé ó di dandan àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ó ṣe ẹja àgbẹ̀ṣẹ̀gbẹ̀ ara wọn.
ẹ ṣe nígbà tí mo gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lánàá pé ìjọba kò sọ pé ó dàbí ẹni pé ṣe WAEC á kàn sún ọjọ́ síwájú ni ló kàn tèmi mo ní adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún gómìnà tí Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe mọ̀ pé ara wọn tán ń pè ní adarí ni pé adarí gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìran tó lè mọ̀ pé ní foresight alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ adarí gbọ́dọ̀ mọ gómìnà sọ kankan wà tán wá síbí kàn yìí ní inú kó tó dé kó wá síbí kàn yìí wọ́n sọ pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ táwọn pátápátá gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn ń ṣe lórí ní tá à ń pè ní sáyẹ́ǹsì ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì tó jẹ́ pé ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ ni logic ìrònú tó jinlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́kẹta dátà la lè pè ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ so tá a bá ní káàró ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì ronú àti àkọọ́lẹ̀ tó wà òun ni àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tí gómìnà wa ń gbé ó fẹ́ dàbí ẹni pé a kàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé ó dàbí ẹni pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ń kọ́ ìṣèjọba lọ́wọ́ gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ni á dàbí ẹni pé a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ jù ni torí ó dàbí ẹni pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé gbé lórí coronavirus pátápátá ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ ń yẹ̀wò ni wọ́n ń fọkàn sí ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ń rí i pé àwọn náà ń gbìyànjú àti tẹ̀lé bó ṣe ṣe inú mi kan tiẹ̀ dùn pọ́n ní àṣẹwà ẹ̀kẹ́ lásán ìborí ńlá ló jẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ìṣẹ́gun ńlá ló jẹ́ fún wa torógun lajà ogun gbé àwọn kan fẹ́ kàwé àwa ní rárá gbọ́dọ̀ kàwé àwọn kan fẹ́ káwọn wá wọlé àwa ní rárá mú wa gbọ́dọ̀ kàwé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ṣe wáyẹ̀kì tó ogun gidi lajà a sì dúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fún wa àborí wọ́n lè máa gbọ́ wá ṣẹ́gun báyìí tó dá ti wí ní ogun ohun tí màá tún fi kún ni pé ní ìsìn ó dàbí ẹni pé ẹ̀kọ́ tó ń ṣojú mímu láìpẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọ́n wọlé láti máa múra fúdọ̀ wáyẹ̀kì wọn mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ àwa òbí náà pé àsìkò ti tó àwa táwọn ọmọ ọba tí máa kàwé àsìkò ti tó láti rán wọn padà sí yàrá ìyá kan lẹ́gbẹ̀wé wọn kan lọ fojú sí ẹ̀kọ́ wọn ká dẹ̀ rán wa létí pé ìdánwò wáyẹ̀kì kì í ṣe kò dàbí nẹ́kò kì í ṣe Àbújá náà ti ń ṣe tiẹ̀ kì í ṣe ìdánwò tó jẹ́ pé ó lè àgàgà wa tá jẹ́ pínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ yìí ara àwọn ohun tá a lè ṣe láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà fún àwọn ipa takuntakun tó ń kó lórí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ni pé ká rí pa ọmọ tiwa náà ṣe dáadáa wọn sì fowó gómìnà ṣòfò owó ìjọba ṣòfò ṣòwò gómìnà.
ẹ ṣe ọ̀gbẹ́ni Michael Okushina lórí ọ̀rọ̀ mago ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà PDP wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kan láìpẹ́ yìí pé kí ìjọba àpapọ̀ kí wọ́n tètè ṣe ohun tí wọ́n ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ mago pé kí wọ́n gbé lọ sí ilé ẹjọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tí agbẹjọ́rò tí magu sọ nípasẹ̀ agbẹjọ́rò rẹ̀ Shitu Wahab wípé magu sọ fún òun wípé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà gbogbo ẹ̀sùn tán fi kàn wọ́n fòun mọ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀ tóun ó sì padà di alága àjọ EFCC ìròyìn kan wà ń gbé ní inú ìwé ìròyìn Tribune níbi tí mo ti tì í ta ẹnìkan táwọn oníròyìn fọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wò tí ó ní ká má dárúkọ òun ó ní pé wọ́n ní kí magu lọ rọ́kún nílé lórí ahọ́n ni pé akọ̀wé fún àjọ EFCC nìkan ló lọ rọ́kún nílé kí lè eléyìí sọ fún wa.
ó sọ fún wa pé wàhálà wà.
lọ́nà wo.
wàhálà wà ó dẹ̀ ń rúgbó bọ̀ alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọmọ Yorùbá akọ̀wé àgbà tán ní kó lọ rọ́kúnlé tó jẹ́ pé òun lọ rọ́kúnlé ọmọ Kẹrẹ Èkìtì ní Yorùbá ni.
tó jẹ́ akọ̀wé àjọ EFCC
tó jẹ́ akọ̀wé Olúkáyọ̀dé tán ní kan lọ rọ́kúnlé ọmọ Yorùbá ni. ó sì jẹ́ pé ọmọ Yorùbá ló lọ rọ́kúnlé ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ní kó lọ rọ́kúnlé ẹnìkan sọ pé àhesọ ni pé wọ́n kàn tọ́ra wọn jẹ ní òun rọ́kúnlé báwo ni wọ́n sọ fún wọn pé ìwà àbàjẹ́ corruption ó jalè wọn àhesọ wọ́n fi ẹ̀sùn kàn ẹ́ torí ẹjọ́ ò tí fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ ilé ẹjọ́ ti fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé ó jalè lóòótọ́ àmọ́ fi ẹ̀sùn kan ẹ̀ pé ó jalè ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó fi di pé ààrẹ ní láti gbé ìgbìmọ̀ dìde láti ṣèwádìí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ẹ rí pé kí ààrẹ wọ́n sọ pé tí ò bá sí iná kò ní sí èéfín o so tí ìbá ṣe pé wọ́n rí nǹkan kan àti nǹkan kan tí ò yé wọn tí ìṣe kan tí ìṣe mẹ́ta ní fi ní ẹ pé ọgbẹ́ni wákàtí ìbéèrè àwọn tá à ń rí yìí ó dàbí ẹni pé kò fẹ́ yé wa mọ́ wọ́n wá ní kúrò ńbẹ̀ ṣe máa lọ yé lọ sinmi ná kọ́ lọ́rọ́ kúnlé ná tó wá ní irọ́ wọn tanra wọn jẹ ní òun padà síbẹ̀ láìpẹ́ torí kíni sójú yóò ìdílé ni ẹsẹ̀ rí oyè mú wọn sọ fáwọn èèyàn oyè òṣèlú oyè ìjọba àbí kọ́ fún yàn ní àǹfààní kan ipò kan ní ìjọba kí sóye ìdílé rárá ìgbà díẹ̀ ni so tí ọ̀rọ̀ magu ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ̀mùgbọ́mọ̀ sọ kankan ní ìjẹta pé ká má parọ́ fúnra wa gbogbo wa pátápátá ní Nàìjíríà yìí láì ní corruption ìwà àbàjẹ́ wà ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa ọjọ́ Thursday nígbà tí ẹni tá ní kó máa gbógun ti wà àbàjẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé òun gan olórí àwọn tó wù àbàjẹ́ ni ẹ mọ̀ pé corruption náà ni kéèyàn sọ pé wọ́n ní kó lọ rọ́kúnlé òun tó wọ́n tọ́ra wọn jẹ́ ní láìpẹ́ òun padà síbẹ̀.
mo fi owó àtọmọdé yín lẹ́nu Máyọ̀wá fẹ́ polówó ọjà à ń padà bọ̀ yẹn rálẹ̀.
èmi mo nílẹ̀ èmi mo nílé mi
ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò jẹ́ kọ́kàn mi ó balẹ̀.
ǹjẹ́ ó gba ìwé àṣẹ èmi mo nílẹ̀ èmi mo nílé mi sí ọ̀fọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba.
rárá o èmi ò gba ìwé àṣẹ kankan ṣùgbọ́n èmi mo ní nǹkan mi.
dandan ni o gbọ́dọ̀ gba ìwé àṣẹ èmi mo nílẹ̀ èmi mo nílé sí ọ̀fọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba. ìgbà yẹn ló tó lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ lórí dúkìá rẹ. ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ṣètò bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gba ìwé àṣẹ èmi mo nílẹ̀ èmi mo nílé mi sí ọ̀fọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn àti owó pínísín láàrin 60 ọjọ́ péré wàá rí sí ọ̀fọ̀ rẹ gbà. ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ṣètò àwọn káàdì tó dàbí recharge card. káàdì yìí lẹ máa kọ́kọ́ rà pẹ̀lú 6,000 naira. ìlànà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lo káàdì yìí ti wà lára ẹ̀. ìyẹn lẹ máa fi gba fọ́ọ̀mù. ẹ lè rí àwọn recharge card yẹn rà ní gbogbo ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ onídàgbàsókè tó wà jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. èèyàn ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì tó bá kọ́kọ́ wá yóò jẹ àǹfààní ẹ̀dínwó ìdámẹ́ẹ̀dógún nínú owó tí wọ́n fẹ́ san.
bákan náà lẹ́tún lè lo sí ọ̀fọ̀ yìí láti fi ya owó.
fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé sí pé sórí nọ́mbà yìí 0700 696 52637 0700 696 52637.
tó ẹ káàbọ̀ padà wọ́n ní bí a bá fi oko tìsílà fàbọ̀ sí ọgbẹ́ni Michael Ògúnṣínà ẹ̀sùn kankan lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan nípa ọ̀rọ̀ mago àmọ́ kẹ́ ẹ tó tẹ̀síwájú mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fi lẹ́ẹ̀kan kò yé mi ni o ẹ̀yin gẹ́gẹ́ bí òǹwòye tẹ́ ń wo bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láwùjọ ṣé òfin kan wà tó ní pé kí ẹ̀yà míì yálà Yorùbá àbẹ́ ẹ̀yà Ìgbò kí wọ́n má di alága àjọ EFCC ni tó látìgbà tí olóyè Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ ti dálẹ̀ láti apá àríwá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí látàyè rìbádò àṣẹ oríṣi
àní ká tó fi kún pé àwọn tí òfin láàlẹ́ kan lè débẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ipò tí wọ́n wà ṣé ìran Yorùbá kankan ò tí ì.
ṣẹ́rí alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ èmi ò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan mi ò mo mọ̀ pé ó ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá àwọn tó ṣe ọlọ́pàá náà máa ń lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága àjọ EFCC so bóyá àwọn ṣẹ́dẹ̀ rí pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni pé wọ́n máa ń yàn wọ́n ni kì í ṣe pé wọ́n máa ń ṣe débẹ̀ appointment ni ó lè sọ pé àbóyá tó bá ti dé bóyá deputy commissioner of police ó ti yẹ ó ti tọ́ láti di alága EFCC. ìbéèrè tèmi náà wà béèrè ni pé ẹ dákun ṣé kò wá sí ọmọ ẹ̀yà mi kò sí Ìgbò kankan kò sí Yorùbá kankan kò sí kódà Kwara sí North Central pé a Kogi àbí Kwara tá a lè abẹ́nú tẹ́ ẹ lè mú pé ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wá ṣe alága yìí ṣé kò sí DCP kankan tó fà jẹ́ pé àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ìwà ìbàjẹ́ ti wà ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn ó ti gbòòrò sínú ayé wọn ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ rí ọ̀rọ̀ mágùn yìí mo sọ náà ní ìjẹta pé ẹjẹ́ bára wa sòtọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ oníkọ́ ni ẹ̀sùn ìwà ìbàjẹ́ ti wà lọ́rùn Ibrahim Magu oníkọ́ ní ìgbà kan wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ ju èlé fún nígbà kan wọ́n suspend ẹ̀ nígbà kan ọ̀rẹ́ Ibrahim Lamode tó jẹ́ alága EFCC ńgbà yẹn nígbà tó ń da alága EFCC ló lọ mú wákàtà pé ọ̀rẹ́ òun ló wà mú padà àwọn náà mo bọ́ ṣe ẹmọ Nàìjíríà náà wá ṣe Nàìjíríà náà fi di pé ó di alága EFCC. báwo ni Senate ṣe rí ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa yìí àwọn tó ṣojú àwọn èèyàn tó lágbára jù ní Senate wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ẹni kò yẹ fún alága ẹran tí gbọ́ Saraki dínà gbà yẹn wọ́n sọ pé ẹni kò yẹ fún alága ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mo dẹ̀ rántí ìjọ kan náà gbàtọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní àwọn èèyàn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fi fọ́nrán Dino Melaye àwọn nǹkan tó sọ àwọn ẹ̀sùn tó fi kan Magu nígbà yẹn tó wá fi sísá gbogbo wa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ń rí gbà ó dàbí ẹni pé lóòótọ́ ni pé àwọn Dino ìwọ́n mọ tán rí gbà yẹn o àwọn Saraki mọ tán rí gbà yẹn o bí ìwà bàjẹ́ gan wà lọ́rùn ọkùnrin yìí tẹ́fẹ́ fi ṣe ẹni tó gbógun ti ìwà bàjẹ́ bóun lẹ́yìn ó ṣe ṣe acting chairman EFCC fún ọdún márùn acting chairman ẹ mọ̀ bínú ẹ jẹ́ sọ pé ọjọ́ kan Ọlọ́run fún aláǹfààní tá a bá bí Buhari Ọlọ́run bá bí ní tó fi ṣe wá báyìí.
ẹ ṣeun ìgbà tí epo bá wà lọ́wọ́ èèyàn bó ni ó ṣe mú èrí kúrò lára aṣọ funfun. tó ẹja mọ mẹ́lẹ̀ yìí bọ́bọ̀ nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà ni tí wọ́n ti ń sọ wípé ṣe rí àwọn tó nífọ̀n lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí wọ́n lè mọ dásà mọ̀kẹ́ òkan tí wọ́n ń jàgbọ̀jọ̀bọ̀ lápá lẹ́yìn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń tẹ òfin tí wọ́n ń là á lẹ̀ ní àwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà lójú lórí àrùn COVID-19 wípé kí wọ́n fi òfin dè wọ́n fún oṣù mẹ́rin gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n ní pé ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń rí sí ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ òfurufú ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà òun náà ni wọ́n mọ̀ dá àbá náà fún àwọn tí wọ́n nífọ̀n lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ya létí lápá ní àwọn pápákọ̀ ọkọ̀ òfurufú gbogbo wọ́n pe ìwé ìpè ọ̀hún àti òtẹ́nà ọ̀nà ló wà nínú ìwé kan lẹ́yìn tí ẹni tó jẹ́ alága ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń rí sí ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ òfurufú ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin Senator Smart Adéyẹmí lẹ́yìn tó fi sọwọ́ sí ẹni tó jẹ́ mínísítà fún ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ òfurufú lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà Adisirika ní ọjọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kejì ọdún tá a wà yìí lẹ́yìn tó pe àkórí rẹ̀ ní ìlànà àti òtẹ́lójúnà àti pinwọ́ ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn COVID-19 ní àwọn pápákọ̀ ọkọ̀ òfurufú orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà gbogbo. Adéyẹmí nínú lẹ́tọ̀ ọ̀hún ọ̀nà ló ti bu ẹnu àtẹ́lu ìwà ta ní òmùmí lẹ́yìn tó ní pé àwọn kan tí wọ́n jẹ́ sẹ̀ràkí lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà ń hù lẹ́yìn tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá sì ti dé pápákọ̀ ọkọ̀ òfurufú ṣíṣe náà ni wọ́n máa talẹ̀ gàràgàrà tí wọ́n sì ní pé òfin tí wọ́n ṣe kéèṣe tàwọn tí wọ́n fọwọ́ padà òfin náà lójú. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú ó ní pé mínísítà fún ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ òfurufú tí ayé bá ń tojú àgbà bàjẹ́ nítorí àìmọ̀ wá wù wọn ni ẹ wò ó dà bóun ti ń gbọ́ fìrìfìrì bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ń sọ fún òun pé kì í ṣe fìrìfìrì o wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń lọ náà ni wípé àwọn kan náà ni wọ́n pera wọn ní atóbimọ̀ṣe báwí tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ìlànà àti òté léyìí tí wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ láti pinwọ́ ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn COVID-19 lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà pàápàá jùlọ èyí tó ní ṣe ní pápá ọkọ̀ òfurufú ọ̀nà ni wọ́n kọ̀ tí wọn ò tẹ̀lé ó ní pé kì í ṣe fún wọn ó ní bí kì í bá ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà nítorí ìdí eléyìí àwọn èèyàn tó rọ̀ kàn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa tẹ̀lé àṣẹ tí wọ́n fi lélẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àjọ lẹ́yìn tí ń gbógun ti lọ́yìn tí ń pinwọ́ ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ nǹkan tí kìí jẹ́ kí adìẹ ó ṣe ẹ̀yọ́ ojú wọn ò rí ó ní ẹ̀wà gbọ́ná ó ní pé àwọn wá ń gbèrò rẹ̀ wípé ṣe rí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wò pé ta ló máa wọn tí wọn ò sì ní oníbàáwí òun náà ni kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa fi òfin dè fún oṣù 4 gbáko wípé àwọn ò ní jẹ́ kí eégún wọn ṣẹ́ ní igbó gbàlẹ̀ pápákọ̀ ọkọ̀ òfurufú fúngbà náà mọ́ tí wọ́n sì korúkọ wọn sí orúkọ àwọn elétí lápá nítorí ìdí eléyìí òun rọ̀ wọ́n òun bẹ̀ wọ́n ni o wípé gbogbo àṣẹ tí wọ́n bá ti fílẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà òun náà ni kí àwọn èèyàn máa rí pé àwọn ń tẹ̀lé wípé ṣe wá jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n mú òfin gan òun náà ni wọ́n tún wá ń lu òfin.
ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti sọ pé kò sí ohun tí ó ṣe afárá Niger pé lakọ̀ náà ló wà bí ìbọn lánàá ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ sọ yanyanyanya pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣe afárá Niger èyí ni afárá tó so ìlú Onitsha nípínlẹ̀ Anambra mọ́ ìlú Asaba ní ìpínlẹ̀ Delta ṣé tí ò bá nídìí ni obìnrin kan kì í jẹ́ kú múlò ìjọba àpapọ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lánàá ní ìfèsì ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí gbajúgbajà òṣèré Nollywood kan sọ èyí ni Yul Edochie pé afárá Niger náà ti ń mì ó tó sì lè dàwó lulẹ̀ láìpẹ́ ọjọ́ aṣojú ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Anambra àti Delta Adéyẹmọ Àjàní àti Moshood Jimoh ṣe àlàyé ní kíkún pé kò sí ohun tí ó ṣe afárá náà wọ́n ní ṣèbí iléeṣẹ́ Setraco ni wọ́n ṣe àtúnṣe afárá yìí láàrin ọdún 2005 sí ọdún 2006 Àjàní sọ pé àhesọ ọ̀rọ̀ gbáà ni ò pé kò sí ohun tó ṣe afárá náà ó ní láìpẹ́ láìjìnà ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ ó tún da ọ̀dà míì lé lórí ó ní oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà bíi 5 ni wọ́n fi ń gbé afárá rò pé ti Niger yìí òun náà ni wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí ó mọ̀ gbọ̀n rìrì tí ọkọ̀ bá ti gba orí rẹ̀ kọjá nítorí àwọn irin tí wọ́n wà ní àárín afárá yìí pé torí náà kí àwọn èèyàn lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ pàápàá jùlọ àwọn tí wọ́n gba orí afárá náà kọjá láti ìpínlẹ̀ Delta lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Anambra wọ́n ní kò sí nǹkan kan tí ó ṣe afárá náà pé àhesọ ọ̀rọ̀ gbà òun náà ni àwọn kan sọ káàkiri ìgboro ayé o.
ó tún láti bàyàn lẹ́rù ìgbà tí ọkọ̀ bá kọjá tó máa ń gbọ́n rìrì.
odò ọ̀hún tóbi.
àbí tí mo ti pè àwọn èèyàn jọ pé tẹ bá ti ń gbàbẹ yóò mọ gbọ̀n rìrì. tó ẹjẹ máa mélòó yìí wọ́n ní pé ẹgbẹ̀rún ọ̀tẹ̀ bá a ṣe ń pàkan nìkan rú báyìí o òun náà ni ọ̀rọ̀ àrùn COVID-19 wá jẹ́ ní àgbáyé pàápàá jùlọ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà nítorí pé kò síbi tí ìsọwọ́jà rẹ̀ ò dé wọ́n ní pé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ àti àyẹ̀wò tí wọ́n tún ṣe tó ti fi ìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń lọ bí 600 níye míì ni wọ́n tún ní àrùn náà ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn tó sì mú àpapọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ti ní àrùn ọ̀hún di 45,000 àti 496 35,454 gẹ́gẹ́ bí àjọ tí ń pinwọ́ ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa Nàìjíríà NCDC bí wọ́n ṣe sán kété rẹ̀ ní orí ìtàkùn ayélujára abẹ́yẹfò wọn ní ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday wọ́n ní pé àkọsílẹ̀ ọ̀tún lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fi lẹ̀ yìí wọ́n níbẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n tún ti rí pé àwọn èèyàn 3 míì ló tún jí Ọlọ́run nípè wọ́n wá ní ẹ wá wo àwọn tí ara wọn ti yá tí wọ́n sì ti dá sílẹ̀ padà sódò ẹbí wọn nípa àrùn ọ̀hún òun náà ni wọ́n ń lọ bí 14,000 àti 2,637 14,633 nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń lọ bí 4,508 772 tí wọ́n jẹ́ Ọlọ́run nípè ní àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rìndínlógójì lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó fi mọ́ olúùlú Àbújá nínú àkọsílẹ̀ ọ̀tún lẹ́yìn tí ń lọ bí ẹgbẹ̀ta níye báyìí wọ́n ní pé láti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ni àkọsílẹ̀ náà ti wá ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àwọn tí wọ́n ń lọ bíi 139 ni wọ́n ní àrùn náà lákọ̀tún ìlú ní olúùlú Àbújá wọ́n ní pé àwọn tí wọ́n ń lọ bíi 128 wọ́n ní wọ́n ní àrùn ọ̀hún ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wa hàn yín àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ 97 ni wọ́n ní àrùn náà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kánò àwọn 95 ni wọ́n ní àrùn ọ̀hún ní ìpínlẹ̀ Benue àwọn 42 ni wọ́n fara kó àrùn náà àwọn 35 ní ìpínlẹ̀ Enugu àwọn 28 ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara 16 ní ìpínlẹ̀ Imo 13 ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn 12 ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna Ondo ní àkọsílẹ̀ 12 bákan náà ni Delta ní àkọsílẹ̀ 11 Edo náà ní 11 ìpínlẹ̀ Plateau ní 8 Nasarawa ní 6 Èkìtì ní 6 Niger ní 6 Borno ní 4 Abia ní 4 Gombe ní 3 gẹ́gẹ́ bí àjọ náà bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe àlàálẹ̀ rẹ̀.
Arákùnrin kan rèé tí wọ́n rán lẹ́wọ̀n oṣù 12 gbáko torí pé ó jí owó rẹ̀ nínú gbá rẹ̀ nílé ìjọsìn kan lọ́jọ́bọ̀ Thursday ní ilé-ẹjọ́ májísírèètì tó jókòó sí ìlú Abakaliki ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ebonyi rán arákùnrin kan torúkọ rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Nwono Emmanuel lẹ́wọ̀n oṣù 12 torí ó jí owó rẹ̀ nínú gbá rẹ̀ o ọ̀daràn yìí la gbọ́ pé ó já ilẹ̀kùn ìjọ àgùdà kan nílùú Abakaliki tó sì lọ tààrà síbi tí wọ́n ń kó owó rẹ̀ sí ló bá palẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo owó tó bá nínú àpótí ọrẹ lẹ́yìn náà wọ́n ní ó tún lọ gba fóònù arábìnrin kan àti owó arábìnrin tí ó rí lẹ́nu ọ̀nà ilé ìjọsìn náà àmọ́ nígbà tí ọwọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kà bòlò bí èso ṣe kú tọ̀bẹ́ sì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o pé ìjọ àgùdà St Patrick Church nílùú Abakaliki ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ebonyi ni òun lọ níbi tí òun ti já àpótí owó ọrẹ wọn pé kẹ́sì mọ́ wo ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà 41 náírà òun náà ni òun bá nínú àpótí ọrẹ náà Emmanuel ní ẹ mọ̀ wo kì í ṣe pé òun máa ń jalè tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ojú náà ló pọ́n o pé ṣèbí ìgbà tí wọ́n gba iṣẹ́ láwọ̀ òun lásìkò àrùn kòrónà tí ò sí tí òun fẹ́ jẹ tí ò síbì kankan tí òun fẹ́ lọ òun náà ni òun bá dàbí ọgbọ́n pé òní bàbá kan tó jẹ́ pé kò ríran mọ́ ní ilé tó sì jẹ́ pé ó nìkan òun náà ni òun gbọ́ bùkátà ara òun àti bàbá yìí ó ní ohun tí àwọn jẹ òun náà ni òun wá káàkiri o pé kí àwọn ọlọ́pàá jọ̀ọ́ pé kí wọ́n fi ojú àánú wo òun o kí wọ́n ṣòun jẹ́jẹ́ o pé kò sí olè ní inú ojú òun tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àsìkò tí gbogbo nǹkan le òun náà ni òun rò pé kí ni ọ̀nà tí òun tún fẹ́ gbé gbà àmọ́ ìgbà tí agbẹjọ́rò tí adájọ́ ilé ẹjọ́ yìí inú magistrate AC Nwubulọ tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní pẹ̀lú ojú àánú àti bí ó ṣe ṣàlàyé ni òun ò fi fún ní ẹ̀wọ̀n oṣù 12 tí ń ṣe ọdún kan.
ọgbẹ́ni ògúnsù náà kẹ́ ẹ tó dá sí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré mú ròyìn wá ká fi pẹ̀kún ròyìn kí a tó dá sí kí àwọn aráàlú náà tó bá a dá sí. ẹ̀jẹ̀ mẹ́lẹ̀ wọn ni pé bí wọ́n bá ń ṣòkà bí orí abẹ́rẹ́ lọ́jọ́ tó bá tọkọ ọ̀rọ̀ náà ní ń parú wọn. wọ́n ní pé ẹnìkan tó jẹ́ ẹni gbòógì tí wọ́n fura sí tó sì lọ́wọ́ nínú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣekúpani léyìí tó wáyé ní ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Akínyẹlé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n hàn yín tí wọ́n porúkọ rẹ̀ ní Sunday Sódípẹ̀ ẹni ọdún 19 náà ló ti ń ká bòròbòrò báyìí o gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó jẹ́ obi adìẹ nígbà tí akọ̀ròyìn Tribune tí wọ́n fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wọn gbà tí iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n wà ní Ẹyẹlé tí wọ́n fi ojú rẹ̀ hàn ní ọjọ́ Ẹtì Friday Sunday àni afurasí ọ̀hún tó lọ́wọ́ nínú ìṣekúpani mọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní pé òun ṣe rí babaláwo kan lòún ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹni tó porúkọ rẹ̀ ní Adédòkun Yínúsà Àjàní ẹni 50 ọdún ó ní pọ̀ náà lọ́mọ ràn ní irú iṣẹ́ ẹbí bẹ́ẹ̀ Sunday sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú ó ní pé gbogbo ìgbà tí òun bá fi lọ ṣiṣẹ́ láàbí náà ó ní pé ṣe náà ni babaláwo náà yóò ní pé kí òun ó kúnlẹ̀ ní iwájú òun bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò mọ̀ pé àwọn ògèdè kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò sì tún ní kó òun la hàn òun tí yóò sì fi nǹkan sí òun ní orí ahọ́n lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta ẹni afurasí náà sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú ó ní pé gbogbo ìgbà tóun bá ti rí àwọn tí òun ó ṣe ní sùtá báyìí òun náà ni òun ó mú sọ́bìrì òun ó sì fi ṣekú pa wọn inú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wà oníbẹ̀ náà ni òun ó tún ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ògèdè kan lẹ́nu tí òun ó sì yípo wọn lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta òun ó wá kọ̀yìn sí wọn ó sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú gbà tí wọ́n bi léèrè pé nígbà tó bá wá kọ̀yìn sí wọn yìí fún nǹkan bíi ìṣẹ́jú márùn-ún bó o ṣe sọ síwájú ó ní ẹ̀wò sí wọn ní mú ọ ni ó sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú ó ní pé ṣe rí Àjàní lẹ́yìn tó jẹ́ babaláwo òun ti sọ fún òun pé tóun ó fi ṣe gbogbo tóun ó ṣe tán kò sẹ́nì kankan tí ó kọjá tí ó sì rí òun ó ṣe àpatẹnujẹ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n bi léèrè pé kí ló tó fi ṣe ó ní pé òun ọmọ ṣùgbọ́n babaláwo òun náà ló yé ó wá sọ pé tóun bá wá ṣe tán òun náà ni bàbá ẹni àádọ́tọdún tó pe ara rẹ̀ ní babaláwo yìí ó ní pé ṣíṣe náà ni yóò ra oúnjẹ fóun yóò sì fún òun ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà ẹ̀yùn 500 naira nígbà tí wọ́n wá bi babaláwo náà léèrè ó ní pé ẹjọ́ ìpè irọ́ ni ó ń pa mọ́ òun o wípé ó jẹ́ ọmọ tí àwọn ẹbí rẹ̀ mú wá pé kó wá máa kọ́ṣẹ́ babaláwo lọ́dọ̀ òun ṣùgbọ́n òun sọ fún pé ọmọ tẹ́ mú wá ọpọlọ rẹ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ wọn ẹ wo ìyókù rẹ̀ ń bẹ nínú ìwé ìròyìn Tribune àti àwọn ìwé ìròyìn ojoojúmọ́ lẹ́wà 500 naira.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni michael bùsùnà ti ń mi láti gbà tí mo ti ka ìròyìn
orí mo wo fọ́nrán yẹn lánàá nígbà tí wọ́n fi wọ́n hàn fún àwọn oníròyìn àti kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó fi wọ́n hàn mo wo fọ́nrán yẹn yàtọ̀ sí pé inú mi ń ru inú ń bí mi àánú tó ń ṣe mí àánú tó ń ṣe mí ni pé ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọgbà téèyàn bá wo ọmọ òun lánàá ẹ rí i pé kì í ṣe ohun tó wù ló ń ṣe wọ́n ti tọwọ́ bọ ọpọlọ ẹ̀ wọ́n ti tọwọ́ bọ ọpọlọ ọmọ yẹn tẹ bá dẹ̀ gbọ́ ohun tó sọ lánàá ẹ rí i pé a ti bá débi pé ó yẹ kí àwa náà ká máa ṣàkíyèsí agbègbè wa ká máa ṣàkíyèsí bá a ṣe ń ṣe àwọn òbí náà ní ibi táyé lajú dé kí ẹnìkan mọ̀ ọ́n lọ́kọ́ṣẹ́ babaláwo ọmọ kékeré tí ò sì kàwé débi kankan téèyàn máa ṣiṣẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ oníṣègùn ìbílẹ̀ kò sí òfin tó lòdì sí o kò sí iṣẹ́ dáadáa àmọ́ owó ṣe pàtàkì kó jẹ́ pé àwọn tán fẹ́ lọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ wọn kó jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ń ṣe fún ìlọsíwájú àwùjọ àti ìdàgbàsókè ọmọnìyàn kì í ṣe àwọn ìka kì í ṣe àwọn ológun owó kì í ṣe àwọn tó máa ń fi.
àti pé ẹni tí yóò bá ṣe náà kó jẹ́ ẹni tí yóò mọ owó ọ̀tún yàtọ̀ sí.
kì í ṣe àwọn ritualist àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa mọ̀ ọmọ àwọn apanilẹ́kúnjayé nígbà ìṣẹ̀dẹ̀ rí ọmọ yìí ó sọ nǹkan kan lánàá ó ní tóun bá ti parí wọ́n á fún òun ní 500 naira àti àmàlà ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà wọ́n á dẹ̀ fún ní àmàlà ọmọ 20 ọdún ni wọ́n ti ń lò láti fi pààyàn káàkiri inú mi kan tiẹ̀ dùn pé eléyìí ti fi hàn pé ní ayé yìí tó o bá ń dáràn kò sí kò sí àṣegbé o àṣepamọ́ ló wà ìjọ kan ìjọba ó mú ọ tó bá dẹ̀ mú ọ nísìn ọmọ òun orúkọ ẹ ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá babaláwo òun orúkọ ẹ ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá ewé òsùnkò
ewé òsùnkò mọ́ wọn lọ́nà ni
torí ó ní nǹkan tó máa ń lò fún ewé lánà ni ó ní nǹkan tó máa ń lò fún tó yẹ pé kò ní sẹ́ni tí ó rí tí ó fi parí gbogbo iṣẹ́
ewé lánà ni nísìn wọ́n ti mú nísìn orúkọ ẹ ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá.
nínú ìròyìn tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú COVID-19 mo rí pé ẹ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
ẹ ṣe ẹnìkan pè mí lánàá tó jẹ́ àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa lórí ètò yìí sọ fún mi pé kòrónà pọ̀ sí nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ mo ní ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣèyàn ní dáadáa o kò sí ìpínlẹ̀ tó ń ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún àwọn èèyàn bí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Àbújá àti àwọn dàpọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ bóyá àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tó kù tẹ̀ rí yẹn wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò mọ́ fáwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti dín àyẹ̀wò wọn kù àmọ́ torí gómìnà ẹ̀wò lánàá ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n tún lọ sí ibùdó ìfiniwọ̀ kan sí Awẹ́ lánàá náà lọ sí síbẹ̀ pé tá a bá kàn tiẹ̀ rí ẹni tó ní kíní níjọba ìbílẹ̀ àfijìyó ẹ dẹ̀ rí i pé in terms of testing wọ́n ṣàyẹ̀wò fún àwọn èèyàn kò ìpínlẹ̀ ìwọ lára àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́rin tó ń ṣàyẹ̀wò jù lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí láti rí i pé a fẹ́ mọ̀ ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ rí ẹ ṣàkíyèsí pé àwọn kíní bó ṣe ń pọ̀ sí ni àwọn tí wọ́n ń fi ilẹ̀ tó ń rí ìwòsàn tó ń lọlé àná wọ́n tún fún àwọn mẹ́ta kan sílẹ̀.
àpapọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ti níwòsàn nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n ti lọ bí 1,011.
ṣé ń gbọ́ 1,011 àwọn ló ti ní so ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé bó ṣe ń pọ̀ sí Ọlọ́run ràn wá lọ́wọ́ à ń ṣe Ọlọ́run bá wa ṣe àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ rí ìwòsàn ẹ wo mortality àwọn tí Guinea ti pa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n ò pọ̀ so ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé bí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe ń gbógun ti corona yìí ó ní ìtumọ̀ ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ rí àwa náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn ipa tiwa láti kó ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ rí pé a gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó nítumọ̀ tó kàn wá tá a bá ń rìn ẹ máa lò bomú yín tá a bá ń lò bomú ó máa á dín àrùn ọ̀hún gù kò ní tàn kálẹ̀ síbi tá a bá wà ẹ ká dẹ̀ máa fọwọ́ lóòrèkóòrè torí Ọlọ́run.
ẹ káàárọ̀.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kúrò níbi rédíò yín ká lè gbọ́ra wa dáadáa.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni ẹ ṣe Afọlábí láti ládùn àwáyé.
láti ládùn àwáyé káàárọ̀ sà ó.
ìyẹn ẹ kú ètò ọpọlọ yóò ní dàrú.
àmì o.
a sì kí ọlá wa Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn Michael Ògúnṣínà.
ẹ ṣe dáadọ́ wa káàárọ̀ sà.
nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ dá sí ni ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ magu. tí a bá wò ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà lónìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ kéèsì magu yẹn ní nǹkan ìyàlẹ́nu àti nǹkan ìtìjú lórí jẹ́ fórílẹ̀-èdè láti lè gbọ́ wípé pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kan magu tí àwọn ẹlẹ́rìí sì jáde nínú àwọn olùbáṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ káwá gbọ́ kó sọ fún wa padà wípé nígbà tí wọ́n ṣèwádìí ẹ̀ kò lẹ́sùn kankan mọ́ wọ́n wá ń rìn stéètì ẹ̀ sáyè yẹn padà ìjọba Buhari ń gbé orílẹ̀-èdè gidi gan ni àfi kí Ọlọ́run ọba kó ṣàánú wa kó gbà á wọn. ó bá tún wò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní pé mo tún kọjá síbẹ̀ yẹn tó ń sọ wípé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ká máa gbé Ọlọ́run ọba tó fún wa ní Mákindé àpèjọ rere ló sì jẹ́ torí sí kódà tó bá ṣe é ṣe pé kó ṣe ìjọba oṣù méjì kó fi ó múnà wá da púpọ̀ jù dá.
ẹ̀rọ afẹ́ràn gómìnà wa yá wọn.
à ń gbọ́ yín sà à ń gbọ́ yín.
ṣé tó bá ṣe ìbò tó ló máa ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ àti Ondo state ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òní jẹ́ kájìbò yẹn níbi tí a ti ṣètò àwọn ẹgbẹ́ àwọn eléyìí wàá ṣe kúrò àwọn wàá ṣe ẹgbẹ́ nù ló jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe bí ọjà ìná fi ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ṣe àánú wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè ní ìjọba rere àdúgbò ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ní bàjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ẹ kú ètò.
àmì ẹ ṣeun àdúpẹ́ 08055009850 òun náà ní nọ́mbà tí ẹ fi lè dá sí ètò ìletí ọ̀fẹ́. hello.
ẹ káàárọ̀.
ẹ káàárọ̀ sà orúkọ yín bọ̀lẹ̀ tí ń pè wá.
mo kí Mr. Michael Ògúnṣínà kò nẹ́rẹ̀ yín o.
àmì sáà mi ò ìmáàmù ẹ káàárọ̀.
mo káwọn ìyá wa náà fún iṣẹ́ ọlọ́run sàlékún ìgbàdúrà o.
àmì o.
ẹ̀rọ sà bẹ́ẹ̀ sàbọ̀dé ẹ̀pẹ́tò rédíò ajílété wa ó ti múná lọ àmọ́ wa náà gbọ́ díẹ̀ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tó di pé ó ní àtúnṣe ráńpẹ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọdé wà ẹ̀ kó wa dúpẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ tó fi kí àṣẹgun wọn kàró àwọn òbí náà tó bàtà máa ká máa kí wọ́n máa jí ká bójú káwọn ọmọ wa láti máa